You
All
fucking
right.
wish. You young man, listen here.
Yo, what you know about that? What's that? What was that Mario game called? Super Mario 64, I think.
You think
That's what it was called, right?
there was well no, it was a Nintendo 64. Super Mario?
No, but it was a Super Mario. I think it was called Super Mario 64. The
Probably.
game. Yeah, man, that shit was lit. Greatest Mario game of all time.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I wouldn't say that.
You can say Mario Kart?
No.
You strike me as a Mario Kart nigga.
Nah. I like it because I play with my daughter, but I mean, you know. Yo, fellas, let me start the episode off by saying Happy Black History Month, man. To my
Happy
boys, to
Black
my to
History
my
Month. Yes,
to
sir.
Man,
my people, to
I
my
don't need no
people.
shout. I don't need no shout out, bro. Why we
All
can't
right.
have a happy
What?
Jamaican month type shit? What the fuck's up with that?
Yeah, we
Just
can make that happen.
nah, I don't
I'll
need.
talk to my
I
people.
don't need it. The point that I'm making is I don't need it. I don't need a whole month dedicated to us African
Well, I need it.
Americans.
I
You don't
need
That
it.
need shit.
that's right.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
you all right? You need it for what?
To like give my ancestors their props, man. Give them boys their props.
Your
That's it.
Dominican ones as well? That comes for your Dominican side?
Nah, 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 nah.
Ah, you see why you being racist to your Dominican side?
Because I'm not Dominican. So what you
This
want me to
fucking guy,
say?
man. All right, we're gonna. This guy's just so in denial that he's Dominican. He just doesn't want to
But
just be a
yo,
proud
oh
Dominican.
my
Why?
gosh. Because I'm not.
All right, whatever, man. Think what
Is
you want,
Khalil
bro.
now Irish?
Is who Irish?
Khalil.
Well,
I
I am.
mean,
Yeah, I'm Irish, bro. I'm part Irish. I'm like an eighth Irish, my guy. No, probably
there
the
you
fourth,
go.
a quarter.
Shout
No, I
out.
probably say an eighth. I probably say an eighth because it was my
Shout out
great
to Ireland.
grandmother. So yeah, and she
This
was
nigga
full
don't walk
blown
around
white.
saying he Irish. Stop.
Why not, bro? You crazy dog. My
Stop.
first of all, my
All
last
right,
name
Khalil, let me
brought
paint the
my.
picture. Let me set the stage, baby. All right. You match with a nice young girl on one of these dating apps, right?
Mhm.
You guys link up at a bar. You guys are talking whatever.
A pub,
That
a
she
pub,
that
a pub.
a pub.
Okay.
Excuse me, a pub.
Mhm.
And then y'all feeling each other out, and then she hits you with a big question. So what are you exactly? What are you gonna say?
Oh, first thing I'm saying is I'm Jamaican.
Uh huh.
First thing I'm saying.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
That's it. I'm gonna leave it at
That's
that.
it.
Yeah, I'm Jamaican.
Just
Yeah, that's it.
Jamaican.
My
Yeah, I don't
point
need to say anything
exactly.
else. I don't need
My
to say
Oh
point
anything
my
else.
exactly.
God. She's gonna hit
That's
you with
it.
that bullshit. That oh my
Nah, but
God.
if we get into if we get into details though, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
hey,
that
but
was the
nah,
fucking
honestly
point,
though,
man. Y'all were supposed to get into detail.
oh no, I'm not getting into detail. I'm Jamaican. That's all I need to say. After they hear Jamaican, they're already like, oh shit, you Jamaican? That's either dangerous or really good. That's like the two things I always get.
Yo.
It's like Jamaicans are either dangerous, ooh, stay away, or like, oh, you're Jamaican, oh, like you must be really good type shit. Like, yo, like
Yeah,
it's either or.
bro. Yeah, the
It's either or.
stereotypes be crazy. It's
It's
like
either or.
when I tell someone I'm Haitian, it's the same exact thing. It's either like run or oh bet. Like
Yeah, dead
no
ass.
in between.
That's how it is. They either like it spicy or they don't like it spicy.
Hmm. How do you guys like it? Spicy or not spicy?
Honestly, I like a little spice in there. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't have no boring shit, bro. If it's boring, it ain't for me. It's
You
just
know, I have an acquired taste for spicy, but I rather go seasoned. You know, spicy sometimes. You know, I'm not in the mood for spicy all the time. But as long as it's seasoned, I'm chilling.
nah,
If you
I need
catch my
spicy
drift.
all the time, my nigga, because you know, you gotta have some type
Oh, he
of
toxic.
you gotta have hey, I might be toxic, but at least I got some spice in the toxic, you know what I'm saying? Like I just like to have some type of adventure in there. Like I don't want no just season. Like where's the peppers, you know what I'm saying? Where's all the stuff that makes it really fun? Us
Wagwan with me
outside.
peppers.
You know what
Khalil
I
the
mean?
type of
Like
nigga that with a big grab a knife, he get turned on.
Oh
oh, I
shit.
didn't say anything about grabbing knives and weapons. I do like my well being, of course, but I don't want
No,
nothing
no, she ain't gonna
boring.
actually do nothing. She just,
I don't care if she doing nothing or you pulling a knife. All bets is off. There is no
yo.
comeback from that. Like you pulling knives, I bet. Let me get my gun real quick. I'm gonna escort you to the front door later. Type shit. Like don't get
Yo,
your brothers
nah,
at me
facts.
because I'm good. You know, I'll call the people from way back in the islands. Type shit.
He
I
said
know
I called
people.
the people.
You know what I mean? They gonna come over here on their boats with their hammers and cutlass. That's machete for people that don't know what a cutlass
Hamas and
is.
Cutlass.
Cutlass.
And that's not the car I'm talking about. I'm talking about the machete. Anyways, yo, we gonna get this going. What are we recording right
Ooh,
now? We
sweet, sweet.
recording right
Yeah,
now.
we've been recording. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
we live, bro.
We be live.
This
All
guy,
right.
man. This guy doesn't see the clock.
Well, I see the clock,
Yeah,
but what I haven't heard is the intro.
this the
It's gonna
intro,
be
nigga.
it's a
Yeah,
good
this is the
bloopers.
intro. Well, I mean, this was the start. Just I only said Happy Black History Month, and we went down this rabbit hole. So hey,
What about you, sir?
they
What do you
already.
introduce yourself as? Since we was talking about us black folk.
Oh, I'm just that. I'm just the obnoxious loud Puerto Rican, the typical.
Ye-
Yeah,
yeah, that's typical.
the regular
Yeah, that's
schmegular.
typical.
Irregular,
So
degular.
and just like regular schmegular, it's Tuesday. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, the regular schmegular. The Lack of the Control podcast, episode 9. It's your boy Lou, Armani, Khalil. There's your intro.
Hey, I appreciate the intro, man.
Oh,
Well,
of
we
course,
gonna
man.
we
Anytime,
should just go
anytime.
straight to it, bro. Straight to Terry Rozier. He won his salary dispute with the NBA. So now, what does that do right now? What are y'all thinking?
Fuck him.
Fuck
Tired,
him.
bro. Get him
You
out of here,
mad?
bro. Get him out
For
of here.
those that don't know already, obviously we got a fellow Miami Heat fan here, and he's not feeling too hell about it.
Man. We gave up a first round pick for a fucking Bruno Mars, bro. He's a
Damn.
gambler. That's all he do. Like, man.
I mean, to be fair,
See,
he wasn't really doing much for you guys, anyways. Even before
exactly.
that, like he wasn't really doing much. So
Exactly. And we gave up a first round pick for him, bro. That's what's
Hey,
upsetting.
but hey, maybe he might get tossed into a trade somewhere. He's still in Miami Heat, so maybe he gets tossed, and you get the guy that you wanting. Giannis.
Man, they don't even know if that man gonna play again, bro.
Yeah, it's
He
looking
got
crazy
no
though.
value.
Hey, but they freed that man Terry Rozier. You know what I'm saying? He's freed now, so I'm sure teams that need a point guard. Maybe he'll go back to Charlotte. Scary Terry, or maybe he go
Ew.
no,
to Houston. Maybe he go to
no.
Houston.
Nah.
He goes where
Timberwolves,
they tell him
Timberwolves,
to go. That's
Timberwolves would
how it
be a good one.
is. He goes to where they tell him to go.
Unless we buy him
That's the
out,
problem.
he gonna
That
stay his
unless
little
and
dusty ass on
you
our
guys are
roster.
not gonna buy him out. It'd be the stupidest thing
Exactly.
to buy him out. Like it'd be the most
26.9 million, I think, some shit like that.
bro. That was what he was supposed to make in this 1 year. So everything that he has from the moment that he got indicted till now, everything has been like it's been held in escrow, which was what back in December.
Been a minute now.
Oh, so
December was just
he get
last
his
month.
money now, right?
Yeah, he's getting his money now. They released it.
Yeah,
They said that he's good. Dispute's been is made. NBA said, yeah, all right, here's your money type shit.
Yeah,
but
he
I
don't
They,
look ready to
don't think he
play
gets all
either.
that up front. I just think that like he gets everything
nah,
that he hasn't earned on his NBA checks, and then now for the rest of the year he would still continue to get paid by the Miami Heat because he's still on the team. He's still employed. So now I think
Unfortunately.
it makes it easier for Miami to facilitate a trade, which I guess we'll dive into a little bit later. But they could now involve Terry Rozier's huge contract in a trade to acquire those big name assets that they've been linked to. So
yeah. I mean, speaking of
vamos
trade,
a ver.
oh, who?
Nothing. It's like
Ah,
basically like let's see. Vamos a
I
ver.
was,
That's
uh,
yeah.
hey, man,
That's how it
It's
says
Black History
in
Month.
Espanol.
It's Black History Month. All right, we ain't. That's not what we saying here. All
Oh, good
right, all
point.
right.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
My goodness.
Now
Anyway, since you
Khalil
spoke,
likes Black
And
History
this is coming
Month.
from the guy. This is coming from the guy
Wow.
that didn't want no recognition for it. Look, fucking asshole.
well, speaking of another black guy, Giannis, he's black, right? I think. I don't know. Maybe. Anyways, the
Yes.
Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's so
Yeah, trade
stupid.
looming. We obviously know 3 days left in the trade talks. Right, the trade deadline coming up, and a lot of teams really kind of bidding for Giannis. Obviously, the front runners: Knicks, Miami, Detroit. I mean, sorry, the Timberwolves, and then that last team. What was that last team
Golden
again?
State.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Golden State. You were seeing a couple of these front runners up now with these Giannis talks, and it's getting a little dicey up there. With 3 days left, could we be seeing a big trade like we did last season with Luca?
Yeah, I mean, at least with this one, it's going to be expected though. That Luca
True.
one
Yeah,
was
that Luca one
crazy,
that shit was out of
but
left field.
but honestly, from what I'm seeing, obviously as a Heat fan, I'm having to put my trust in that old man Pat. Up there in the front office. I'm hoping he could, get a little bit of his old magic and pull this trade off, but. To be honest with you, I don't have my hopes up just because of the assets. Honestly, when it comes to assets, Golden State and Minnesota definitely are a little better when it comes to that. And Khalil, from the mock trade that like you sent from the packages that are possible to get Giannis, bro, Minnesota has so much that they could throw in
Yeah,
there that
dog.
it's almost like if
It's like
Minnesota
here,
is
you might as
serious
well.
about getting him, that's where he's going.
Well,
Yeah, it's
From what I
insane.
seen.
can I tickle your pickle real quick?
Whoa.
Pause.
No, sir.
Hey, I said pause.
Yeah,
Um,
okay.
nah, listen. So, I wish I would have took a screenshot of it. I'm also trying to find it now as I'm mentioning it to you, but um, it was recently reported, which was about no more than about 2 hours ago, but it was reported that Miami, or the front office from the Milwaukee Bucks actually feel they 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 are a lot more intrigued with the offer that they're receiving back, or the assets that they'll be receiving back, from Miami over those other teams.
Over
So
Minnesota?
over Minnesota, yes,
Oh,
and the reason
wow.
being is because they'll get more picks, and they'll get younger players that they could
From
build, or
Miami?
yeah,
Minnesota.
because the Minnesota trade wouldn't give them anybody truly young. It's just that you're looking more for the draft picks, and those draft picks are not going to be better than Miami's. So it's you get Khalil Ware, who's still a
I
project,
don't
someone who
know.
you could still mold, give
Well,
him
I
more
don't know. I mean,
minutes.
base
You see what he could
the
do, and then you're
it,
getting
it,
Tyler Hero back. So then you got somebody who could score, a hometown kid, right? He's gonna draw
True.
those tickets in. Plus those draft picks. The only hit you take is the Terry Rozier contract. And
Yeah,
if I'm
but
not
then our draft
mistaken,
picks aren't going to be good if we're going to have Giannis on the team for the foreseeable future. That's the thing. Like,
yeah, but Giannis and Anthony Edwards versus Giannis and Bam. I mean, which team wins more, gets more wins?
I
yeah,
ain't
but
gonna lie,
we
bro.
did already kind of
Giannis and
anticipate
Ant.
that.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Well, oh yeah, exactly. Giannis and it, exactly. So that's why
Yeah, but
Miami's picks will, at the end of the day, won't be. They'll still end up being better than Minnesota's. I'm
you
trying
know
to
how
find the
Miami
exact
does
number.
though. They do really well when it comes to free agent pickup. So even if they don't got draft picks, they got that free agent pickup. With just Pat Riley with how he does. But I mean, as far as with Minnesota, I mean, here's what they were offering. They were offering to pick up Giannis and Thanasis and Gary Trent Jr. Milwaukee would actually get R.J. Juwan Behringer, Rob Dillingham, Julius Randle, Terrence Shanahan Jr., 2026 first round pick via the Raptors, a 2029 pick via the Raptors, a 2028 first round swap with Timberwolves, and a 2030 first round swap via the worst for the Timberwolves. Raptors would obviously get Cole Anthony and Jaden McDaniels, but if you compare that to Miami, I mean, they don't have too many picks though, so I'm not too sure on that front runner thing because
Yeah.
it says they got Tyler Hero, Terry Rozier, Khalil Ware, as you mentioned, in 2029 first round and a 2030 swap rights and a 2031 first round pick.
Yeah, but who's the
Minnesota
swap?
got
Who's
that.
the swap for?
The swap we have is it doesn't actually say what the team is for the SWAT
Oh,
specifically.
I'm assuming it's
Huh.
Miami and Minnesota.
Yeah, it doesn't say,
Like,
but
we'll
I
give them
mean,
a pick swap. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I don't even if you're not getting as much young assets. I mean, I personally I'm a believer in Rob Dillingham. I know a lot of people aren't, but I still think he can be good. But
Nah.
even if you pick up Julius Randle, you don't gotta keep him. You could flip him for more assets or more young players for a team that actually wants him and think he's a missing piece for them. So I don't know, bro. Like from based off of those trade packages, I don't know how you could decline, sending Giannis to Minnesota. And on top of that, you send him to Minnesota, you don't got to deal with him in the East anymore. Like you send him out west, it's all right. He's out west. That's one less problem for us to deal with once we are competing again. So based off of these two packages, I don't see how you don't send him to Minnesota. To be honest.
the only thing about the Minnesota trade is that it includes that third team, which is the Raptors. And I personally don't see the Raptors looking to make significant changes, especially with getting rid of like a RJ Barrett and actually no, just an RJ Barrett and to acquire Cole Anthony
But Jaden
and Jaden
McDaniels,
McDaniels is a good pickup. That's a great pickup.
that's an
That's probably
upgrade.
that's the only reason why I would say that'd be a reasonable swap for sure. But the chemistry that they already have, you see what it was like when they didn't have RJ Barrett in the lineup for those games that he missed. I think it was like 4 or 5 games. They were not looking good at all. So obviously it's the chemistry that pulls into play comes into play as well. But I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know how the Raptors are going to say if they're going to be cool with that. Plus, Cole Anthony is not really a
He's not
huge.
good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not that good.
he's taken a for sure a big step back,
Yeah, man. I don't think the
especially after that trade, like him leaving us
also to
here
the
in
height
Orlando.
too. The height is
Yeah,
just
I
he's
mean,
gonna
I wouldn't use that as an excuse. I mean, at this point, you've been in the league this long. Improvement should have shown in some capacity, and he's had those moments. I mean, hey, look, he's still in the NBA. There, I would say, there's I wouldn't say it's really the opportunity because he's gotten opportunity. For me, the issue with Cole Anthony is that the decision making and the inconsistency. He still, I don't think, has figured out what type of
man,
player he
send his
wants to
ass home.
be, where
Send
he
him to the
wants to
Brooklyn
be
Nets.
as
Send
a
him to the
as an
Brooklyn
NBA
Nets.
player.
Ew.
It's ugly, but hey, he'll be
Ugh.
home at least, and that team
Cole
already looked
Anthony and
like
Cam
ass
Thomas
anyways.
backcourt.
Bro,
Oh,
what do you that
I'm,
that
I'm
that just be ridiculous. No, no, no.
no,
Anyone in the right mind would be like, that doesn't even make sense.
no, he wouldn't be starting. No,
nah,
he'd be
He
coming off
no.
the
wouldn't.
They got
bench.
No,
Igor.
Cole Anthony being in the Nets roster or uniform at all, no matter what place in the rotation he is, doesn't make sense.
Hey, maybe he goes all the way over to the Hornets. Isn't that where his dad played, Greg
Oh
Anthony?
my God, Khalil just
Yo,
throwing shit
yo,
out there.
you are. You can tell
Hey,
Khalil. You can tell
pops.
Khalil. You can tell Khalil just he plays NBA 2K, has
Yeah.
to trade things off. He just pulls off the most wildest shit.
He
He probably
bro, free
Facts.
that
signs
man,
super.
free that man Cole Anthony,
He
man. Free that
probably
man Cole
signs
Anthony.
like he probably signs like a big free agent that he wants, knowing the guy's asking for like 27 plus million a year. He's like, I'm gonna lower down his
Yo,
what he wants, and I'm gonna sign him for one
Nah,
year,
yo,
two
Lou.
million.
Khalil
salary
the type of
cap.
nigga to get Giannis on the Knicks for Ariel Hugporty. He turned off the salary cap. He turned
Yeah,
off everything. Just
everything,
trade out
bro.
Hugporty for
Nah,
Giannis and they
to be
good.
real, to be fair, I haven't done the trade yet. I'm waiting for it in real life to actually happen. Which, since we bring up the Knicks, it ain't gonna happen. I mean, James Dolan already came out weeks ago, said that he felt good with this team. He doesn't feel that they're gonna make any major changes. And
That's
then
a
just
red flag.
recently, he said that too. I agree, it's a red flag. If I'm the Knicks, you get rid of Carl Anthony Towns. It's clear as day that what he's doing on the court, it's not helping the team. You're seeing players like Mikael Bridges, OG, even Landry Shamet has been unlocked. And it's showing that all you really need is really a solid rebounder for the New York Knicks to
Hmm.
facilitate a little bit. And then they're good to go. You don't really need scoring. I don't think Carl Anthony Towns has scored over 10 points in the past, what, 3 games, which is alarming considering last season he was averaging 25 points per game. So it's true. I mean, they're on a 6 game win streak since they had that players only meeting held by none other than Jalen Brunson. So I mean, things are moving in the right direction for them, but I just don't think it's going to be moving in the right direction for Cat. However, according to James Dolan, they don't want to make any major changes. Maybe that might mean they'll make some minor changes. Like I know Yabusele, he's been talking about how he's not liking his playing time as if he has the right to say, but he's probably going to be looped into a trade. Maybe Jordan Clarkson, because he obviously, with the recent emergence of Landry Shamet, Tyler Kolek, we're not seeing Jordan Clarkson get any
Bro,
usage like how he was before. So
love Tyler Kolek.
yeah, same. I'm not gonna lie. Tyler Kolek he's looking really nice. He's like I think we spoke about it. He's kind of gives me vibes from TJ McConnell a little bit.
He got that confidence, bro. He got that dog in him, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Like every time I
facts.
watch him, like how hype he is, the energy he injects into the team, like, bro, I'm like, yeah, like I ain't gonna lie. It feels like Tyler Kolek pops off the screen. Like even though his stats probably aren't crazy, when you watch the game, he pops. Like you
That's the
notice him.
type
You
of
know what I
impact
mean?
that a TJ McConnell esque type of player
Yeah,
has.
exactly.
If you watch the game from start to finish and you watch, especially when he's in the game, yeah, he might not be finishing the game with sometimes even more than 8 points, but he makes
You know
pivotal
the assist.
defensive plays.
Yeah,
He does he's finding guys in the right spots to either take a massive lead or to do a massive comeback.
He's a
And
good
then hey,
shooter.
and yeah, I was just about to say, and then every now and again you might get a spark from him where he's going to give you 13 at best, 13 at
yeah, the
best,
facts
but with
at
like a
best.
great field goal percentage. The guy only probably missed one shot.
And he's
You
taken
know,
after a little bit from Jalen Brunson too. He's also another left-handed
you
shooter as
should.
well, which is one of the rare things in the NBA now. You know, these left-hand shooters, they're pretty
I
diabolical when you
love
have left-hand
left-hand
shot.
shooters.
Yeah, they just know where to get how to get to their spots and just to stay at that spot and be hot. So I think yeah, Tyler Kolek with the recent emergence of him, you got to be considering Jordan Clarkson's probably going to be in a package maybe soon, or potentially even Yabusele. Hell, even what's his name? whatever that Jamison, whatever that guy's name
Oh
is.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That guy.
maybe even him too. Because I figure they probably are going to need to get some more rebounders in there. It's clear as day. You see what Cat's doing on the court. He's not looking to be a scorer. He's just out there getting the rebounds, facilitating it every now and again when he can. But I don't think they're going to make any significant changes. And maybe it's one of those things where you make a change, you get Cat off that team, bring someone else in. Maybe their chemistry goes down. Maybe this is a part of Cat's career where he's just not going to be out there for scoring. Maybe he's just really out there to
Yo,
get his double
Khalil,
doubles.
I want to ask you, bro, as a Knicks fan, like, I mean, obviously, like you said, James Dolan already said you guys aren't going to trade for Giannis, which I don't see why not, but whatever.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
if y'all
facts.
were to trade Cat to get more depth, like more role players? You know what I mean? Like, what do you think about that?
Th-
Like, maybe another backup big, maybe a
really,
backup wing.
Um,
really
You know what
quick,
I'm saying?
really quick before you answer that, keep in mind that any trade that happens with Cat has the money has to match at least
yeah,
close
Oh
to
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It not necessarily, pr- all the way down to the cent, but it has to match up pretty close. So like they're gonna have no matter what they're gonna have to take a big contract. And by big contract, I don't mean Carl Anthony Towns big, but something north of at least anywhere between 18 to 24 million, and
Because
that's
Cat
per
is at
year.
what 60 M's?
Yeah, he's making a shit ton of money in this just one year.
Crazy.
So you're gonna
60 M's
have to
for
take
Cat.
it. You're
Wow.
gonna have to take a big contract, but again, it could be those role players that
Yeah.
Armani's asking Khalil. So go ahead, my bad. I just want that to be like known
and to be
because
honest with you, man, I don't even know what role players I would take from the top of my head right now. Yeah, maybe some more big, something that'll get you some more rebounding, but it's kind of hard to say that because Carl Anthony Towns is technically leading the league in rebounding right now. So
Oh,
you go out, you get somebody
oh
else. I
I got
mean,
an idea.
who? What's the
Demontis
idea?
Sabonis?
no,
He's
hell no,
injured right now. He's injured right
no, he's
now.
not. He's
I mean,
back, isn't he?
oh, he's
He's back.
Why
back.
you say
Yeah, he's
hell
been back.
no?
It,
Why not?
that trade just doesn't make sense. I don't think.
I mean, you send Carl Anthony Towns out there. That team is already kind of
Well,
we.
more than
It's
I mean, you're
I
gonna
don't
get
know
more than
that
If
Sabonis,
you're
but I'm just
Sacramento,
saying,
if
like,
you're Sacramento, you can get a bigger haul back from Sabonis. You don't want to start
it,
your
I
you
see
don't want to
what you're
start your
doing
rebuild
there.
with Cat. Hell no.
It sounds kind of nice in a sense. So what you're going with, but if I'm Sacramento and I'm seeing what Cat's doing this season, scoring alone, I'm not picking that up for a Sabonis.
guys,
Is what I got.
it's Sac, bro. They do dumb shit
Yeah, they
on the
just they
regular.
they,
Yeah, but I
they
mean, let's assume that you're the one sitting down in that chair.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
let's be real. You're gonna
I don't
start
think
a
they're looking to get
rebuild,
Cat.
and not only that, but then you have ill. Just think about this. You're reuniting Zach Levine with Carl Anthony Towns, which we know it didn't work, and
Yeah.
then you got DeMar DeRozan. Now you got DeAndre Hunter with that
Facts.
trade that just recently happened, and then
Mm-hmm.
you got no solidified point guard, and then you're adding Carl Anthony Towns to the mix.
Yeah, they just got rid of 2 point guards. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they. Yeah, honestly, I'm very surprised that because that they got Keon Ellis and they got
Should have kept my boy Markel Fultz.
Shador. I'm very surprised that they didn't send a point guard
He said
over
Shador.
to a point guard to Sacramento. Like you got Keon Ellis over there, which I guess plays a shooting guard. You got Darius Garland, Lonzo Ball, and you got Dennis Schroeder. Like I don't know what they're doing with the guard position. Like are they showing like they have?
Lonzo's gone.
Yeah, Lonzo's gonna be gone, but why didn't they just send his ass over to Sacramento? Might as well have. It would at least gave him a guard
It's
at
kind
some
of crazy
point.
how washed Lonzo is, bro. I don't. Is he even
Yeah.
30 yet? I don't even think he's 30 yet,
Nah,
No,
he's
no, he's
not. I
not.
think he's like 28, maybe
and
27.
he
If
looks
not,
washed. Like he
yeah, but I
looks
mean,
slow. He can't shoot. Can't
yeah, it doesn't look good
rebound.
at all. And
Like
honestly, I thought him going to the Cavs was gonna, kind of give him somewhat of a
right.
spark.
Mhm.
But yeah, I was horribly wrong. Horribly wrong. I don't even think he's got that much playing time this season. I mean,
That knee,
I,
bro, it
I,
caught up to
I,
him.
shit, not just the knee. And then you got Darius
I
Garland,
mean,
who, I
he's
mean,
playing at a career low in minutes, to be honest. So
I-
that
it,
says a lot with, and that also just says that to me that just also tells me, right? Just looking at that, I'm not blaming the minutes, right? Like if for it being the main reason why he looks a little sluggish and looks weird. But the inconsistency when it comes to, okay, playing time, you're starting, you're off the bench, oh, you're playing the shooting guard position because we got Garland in the game, so he's playing the point guard position, whatever, this, that, and the third. That just also shows how Cleveland seasons has been going, right?
Yeah.
And that's the reason why they struggle so much in that point guard position, in that role, because they can't find consistency in play just in general, and also availability with their one
Get
of their
that boy
max
Taylor
guys in
Rozier.
Garland. So then now you pick up Schroeder, who we all know, you put
Veteran
him in
guard.
in a team, especially off the bench. He's gonna facilitate. He's gonna be your, like, he's gonna be a spark off the bench. And then Keon Ellis, you're just adding shooting and defense for the most part.
Yeah,
I
So
I
love the
agree.
Keon
It's
Ellis
just
pickup.
it's
oh
just a
yeah, hell yeah.
bad look right now for the Sacramento Kings. And to answer your question about the whole cat going to Sacramento, it would look shit because they don't have a guard over there, as you mentioned already, Lou. Having Zach Levine paired up again with Carl Anthony Towns, I mean, that's zero defense and zero. It's gonna look shitty. And I forgot they still got Russell Westbrook over there. I see that's how bad it is that I forgot he's still on that team.
Yeah, I mean,
So
Russell Westbrook's
it
actually
He's
low
been
key
playing
under the
well.
radar. He's been
yeah,
playing well.
he has, but let's be fair. You send Carl Anthony Towns over there, or Russell Westbrook, and with Zach Levine, DeMar
What if y'all get
DeRozan, DeAndre Hunter.
eh, uh, what if
What if
y'all
we get
get
what?
Russ?
Stop.
Eh,
Get the fuck out of here. We're gonna
Russ and
move on to the next
Sabonis
subject. So
in
let's
New
talk a little
Shit.
York?
bit more
That's
about. Let's talk a
electric.
little bit more about this DeAndre
I'll definitely
Hunter
be playing
trade.
Russ over Miles McBride and Tyler Kolek the way how he's been playing. If he plays like that, it with the Knicks
What?
and the Garden, hell
Hey,
yeah, bro. What do you
No,
hey.
bro.
what? Oh
You
man.
see, what you guys are, you got to not
Nah,
realize,
nah, nah,
and
nah,
this
nah,
is
nah. I
this is me
realize it. I
talking as
realize it.
a New York fan right now. And as a New York fan, one thing is, like you guys always talk and you hate about us New York fans, is that if we get a Russell Westbrook, just like a Carl Anthony Towns, it's gonna
Oh,
be
I
all
see where you're
high,
going. Yep.
all up high,
No,
and the minute, hang
no.
on, let me cook,
You
let
let
me
him cook. Let him
cook,
cook.
let me cook. It's gonna be all up high, happy. Oh, Russell Westbrook, Mr. Triple Dub, blah blah blah. The
Mhm.
minute this man sells a game with
Mhm.
turnovers, the next day, the memes, those dances that Cat doing right now, that's all gonna be Russell Westbrook. And you
I
think,
get it,
you think with Russell Westbrook's mindset that he's gonna want to sit there and take that shit?
bro.
Nah,
I
he's
get
gonna
what you're
just,
saying, but I
you
think
know,
at this point, the way how you're explaining it, I don't know if you're saying this is how you would see it, but
I just know New York
if
fans.
if you're saying that this is New York fans, well, that just shows typical New York Knicks fans, right?
But that's
Because
just how they've been.
you're
That's
not
just how
bringing
they've
Westbrook
been.
in,
suck my dick.
you're not bringing in
Hang
Russell
on, hang
Westbrook.
on.
You're not bringing. No, I'm cooking now.
Bing bong.
I'm baking dessert. I'm baking
Go.
cookies. You
Mm.
know what I mean? Like, you brought Carl Anthony Towns in the middle of his prime, right? You expect big shit now with Cat on the team. You're bringing in you know, I don't know, a 37-year-old Russell Westbrook, who has, if right, if you know basketball, he's coming off the bench for the Kings. He's not a starter, and he's playing really good basketball coming off the bench. 15 and almost 15 and a half points, 6 rebounds, and he's literally shy from 7 assists. That's 6.7. That's damn near a triple double from a washed up Russell Westbrook. So if you're a real New Yorker that
Mhm.
knows ball, and if you can manage to get a Russell Westbrook on that team to come off the bench, right? And hey, look, Jalen Brunson, he's a fucking he's a warrior, right? So you don't expect him to be out often. But even having Russell Westbrook to fill that void at least for a couple games while he's nursing an injury, Jalen Brunson, bro, you bringing that to the Garden? What he's doing right now?
For
Shit.
what? I'm gonna get Russell Westbrook for what? Cat? Is that what we're saying? Is that
No,
the
no, no,
picks
no,
we're
no.
going
Hell
with?
no. That'd be a stupid trade.
Because
Not for the
I'm
Kings,
saying,
but I'm
because
saying if
because
it was a Sabonis and centered around Sabonis and Cat, but Russell Westbrook was heading to New York, then
if we
yes.
talk about having a
Eh,
Sabonis and then bringing Russell Westbrook as well, okay, now we might be talking a little bit. But again, with the emergence of Tyler Kolek, I'm not saying he's in the same stratosphere of a Russell Westbrook. However, how does that make now a Tyler Kolek who's emerging as that backup
Mm-mm.
guard? What does that do for him and his confidence? Or are we trading him now to the Kings? What does that do to him, to his confidence going to the Sacramento Kings?
No,
So
I wouldn't think Tyler
it
Kolek would be
sounds
worth
good.
that.
I get where you're coming from. It definitely sounds good getting Russell Westbrook. Yeah, he's gonna bring you that spark off the bench. Absolutely, he's kind of like a Josh Hart. And if you put even like a Josh Hart and Russell Westbrook out there at the same time, that might be the thing that I'm worried about is. Josh Hart, not really your typical 3-point shooter. Russell Westbrook, not your typical 3-point shooter. You're going to be losing 3-point shooting. You're getting an older guy coming off of the bench who is going to be arguably one of the most turnovers that you get in the league. He averages the most out of anyone in the league. You're going to be adding that to a team
Still,
who's,
I don't think
yeah, I
so.
mean,
No,
I'm pretty
there's no
sure. I'm
way.
pretty sure it's
Nope.
I was about to
pretty sure.
say
Let me see.
I'm
if
pretty sure he averages the most
He did
turnovers in the league
at
next,
one point, yeah, but
or was
now
it
coming
or
off
is it
the
LeBron?
bench, coming
Or
off
is
the
it
bench
LeBron?
now, I don't know. It
are
I'm
can't
you
be
talking
saying
about
LeBron
all
either.
historic,
time?
all time. I'm talking about all time. I'm talking about all
Okay,
time.
yeah, I think it's
Not
LeBron,
this
but
season.
Russell is
Okay,
either
but
second or third. Okay, I know what you're saying. Okay, go ahead, bro.
be that I'm just thinking more so chemistry wise, like you guys just said. Tyler Kolek, he's a hooper. You're liking out what you're seeing from him. I get it. Russell Westbrook, what he's doing on the Kings, it's looking nice. Yeah, he's averaging almost a triple double. I get that. But when you throw that in to the New York Knicks, now you factor in, okay, well, now he's probably going to be getting the boards from maybe a Josh Hart. How does that change his game? Now he's getting the boards that maybe Mitchell Robinson's supposed to get. How does that change his game? So yeah, it sounds good on paper to pick him up, but ideally, now if you're getting rid of a cat and then you bring up a Sabonis and a Russell Westbrook, one, now we're probably not going to keep Tyler Kolek if that's a part of a trade. Most likely, he's probably going to be put in a package deal, which means now we're going to be kind of thin at the point guard because Russell Westbrook being of age. He's 37. How long does that
I
leave
don't
him
think
being a
Tyler
New York
Kolek is
Knick?
way. I don't think you're putting Tyler Kolek at this point. You're putting him high on a pedestal. I don't think he'd be included in a trade.
So then you're adding Russell Westbrook and Sabonis for just Cat?
At the end of the day, the point is that you need a win with the expectations
Wait,
of the
wait,
team that you
answer the
have.
question though.
I ain't gonna
Are
lie,
you
that I was
adding?
You
just throwing
you
stuff out. I was just
you
throwing something out
No,
there.
I know,
But
but I
would
mean
you?
it's a good. I mean it's a good debate. But I'm
Hmm.
But
saying
would
like
you? Yeah, answer the
yeah,
question. Would you add Russ and
I'm gonna put
Sabonis?
Russell Westbrook to play over Tyler Kolek. Yes, and Tyler Kolek.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Not only that, but then Tyler Kolek was also playing alongside Jordan Clarkson. And who's to say you can't include Jordan Clarkson in that trade instead? And then you give the minutes that you were giving. I'd definitely even play. And I would split the minutes depending on how it is. I'm not even looking deep in the roster and like how the rotation is, but I would even give some of Landry Shamit's minutes to Russell Westbrook. Again, if you
Oh,
No,
bro, you
no,
gotta
no,
understand and see the
absolutely
productivity.
not.
Okay,
you
all
lost
right,
me there, bro.
all
Absolutely
right.
not. Absolutely not.
You guys are just going
Absolutely
based
not.
off what you see off the
Absolutely not.
surface. You're not seeing the
Absolutely not.
What Russell Westbrook is doing.
No, this
And look,
isn't
Nah,
seeing
and the Kings
anything
are not
off of
even
the
winning like
surface,
that.
bro.
you gotta think
You're
about
going.
fit too. Fit,
Yeah, dude,
chemistry.
what are you
That is a
talking
thing.
Yeah,
about?
we're
Landry
not. We're
Shamet is a
yeah.
spot up shooter. You're gonna replace his minutes with a Russell Westbrook who can't shoot threes, let alone a fucking mid range? Get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about right now?
He's
There's
giving
no.
you damn near a triple double off the bench. Landry Shamet could
Oh
never.
my god, a triple double. So what's that
Landry
triple
Shamet
double
can
gonna do
never.
for me?
That's the thing.
Matter of fact, why are
Triple
we even
double,
talking about?
damn near
Why
triple
are we
double
even
in a game
talking
coming off
about
the
Russell
bench. That gives you
Westbrook?
that
They
results to
are
you guys
the
winning.
last fucking team on the fucking roster right now. They have the shittiest fucking record in the NBA. Why are we even talking about Russell Westbrook? We're talking about this man that has almost triple double and he's the last team in the NBA. Let's move on. Well, get out of here, bro. I don't know. That's not even a conversation to have right now. This man is not trade
But this
worthy,
guy
and
was
you're on
talking
the
about Cole
last
Anthony
team
to
on the
the
roster.
Nets.
Get
Come
out of
on.
here, bro. Oh, at least Cole Anthony will give you some type of
Get
production.
the fuck out of here.
Okay,
Now
all
you're
right.
talking. Now you're
Not too
see
much play
Yeah,
on Russ.
this is
Not too
yeah.
coming
much
from
Now
the
play
you
on
same
now
Russ.
guy
now
that sat here and
I
telling
was
me
saying
about
that as
Russell
a that
Westbrook.
I was saying that as a joke. Is this shouldn't even be a topic of bringing up Russell Westbrook to the New York Knicks?
Now I hope Russell Westbrook lands on the Knicks and I hope he takes
I
No,
ain't
Tyler
gonna
you.
lie,
Kolek's
bro. I like
minutes.
the fit, bro. The fit, Russ on the Knicks off the bench. That's
With
not
that
bad.
intensity, bro. I
The
can
only
guarantee you.
way
Especially with
I need to
I speak to any
see
Knicks fan, and I ask
I
them,
need
"Hey,
to
would you
see
be willing to
what
take a
the
Russell
trade looks
Westbrook
like.
off the bench?" I guarantee you, they'll all say yes. Not
That's
one
not the
person.
question. That's not the question
Okay,
you
well, I
asked me
mean,
though. The
I'm
question needs to be
simplifying
who
the
would you be
question.
willing to trade? No, you can't simplify the question. This
Well,
question needs
I
to
mean,
be
who you be willing to
legit.
trade? Of course, you'd be willing to trade a bunch of, uh, pieces of gum and a bag of chips. But if you sit here and you be like, all right, let's say it's a trade, Karl Anthony Towns and who else? Jordan Clarkson for Sabonis and Russell Westbrook. Would you do
Then
it?
that's the question. That's the question that you asked. That's not the question you asked me. Those only piece together after the conversation. But you're not going to go up to someone that's a Knicks fan and say, "Hey, would you pick a Russell Westbrook off the bench?" Well, for who? That's they're going to be their next
Yeah,
question.
okay.
Who?
And then
I don't
if I
get.
go and I give them
Yeah,
that scenario, they're still gonna sit here and say yes because Sabonis is for sure better than Cat.
That's to be debated.
That is
That is
not
oh,
definitely
debated.
to be debated.
Sabonis is better
right
than Cat.
now. Sabonis
Sabonis
That's
is
is
better,
Sabonis is
yeah.
better than Cat. I'm saying,
no,
look.
wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not what I meant by to be debated. That's not what I meant by to be
Oh,
debated. I meant to pick up that trade. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about who's better.
oh, well, I
Sabonis is
mean, we
definitely
won't. Yeah,
better.
that I guess
Yeah,
that's something that we won't know unless we ask. But again,
yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah.
confident knowing the Knicks fans that I've met in my time. I'm pretty sure they would all say yes. But hey,
It kinda sucks that
Hey,
Keon Ellis got traded though, because I would have said Keon Ellis and Sabonis, and that would have been lit.
oh
But
yeah, bro.
since he already
Yeah,
got
because he's gonna
traded,
give
it's
you
like,
buckets and he plays defense,
yeah. But since
and
he's gone, it's
that's
like now you stuck
yeah.
you know,
getting
and,
fucking
and let
Russ.
me make this clear. The only reason why I'm against Russell Westbrook is not even because it's Russell Westbrook. I have nothing against him. The main reason is just that age factor. You know, I'm thinking about a team like the New York Knicks, who, like you guys always talk about, we ain't been relevant. And when I
But
mean
y'all trying to
relevant, we haven't
compete,
been.
right?
Hang on. We haven't been relevant in the sense of championship relevant in years since
Right.
Exactly,
1973. Long
exactly.
ass fucking time. So that's the only reason why I say picking up a Russell Westbrook is like, yeah, you probably get him for one season, but then what does that leave us next season? Now, next season we got Tyrese coming back, Jason Tatum coming back. Obviously, this whole Giannis trade going on.
Wait, who's
Wherever
coming back?
team he ends
Oh,
up,
Tyrese. Okay. You
Halliburton.
talk about other injured players from other teams. I was confused. I thought you were talking
Yeah,
about the
so
Knicks, like
I'm just
specifically.
thinking longevity wise. Yeah, Russell Westbrook right now, that sounds hype. Of course, going to the playoffs maybe that sounds hype. But then where does that leave us next season? Now we won't have a cat. We'll have okay, Sabonis. I like that piece. Yes, 100%. But then you have a Russell Westbrook with potentially whoever else is on that in that guard position as well. I'm just thinking about age wise. I don't know how much longer we have a Russell Westbrook in the league. That's the only thing my main concern is because yeah, he's gonna have your turnovers, but he's gonna electrify the court no matter what. It's just that age, man. Like, how long is he gonna be here? Is it gonna be his last season? Will next season be his last season?
I will for sure. If I was a GM, I'd gamble to try to win. I'd gamble the future of Kolik over in for Russell Westbrook right now.
At that point, I rather honestly, y'all gonna say I'm wild for this, but nah, it's too wild because we wouldn't get anything out of it. But would you take a LeBron James
Oh nah, he's
If
not leaving. He's not leaving though.
if who? What do you mean?
to the Knicks? Would you take a LeBron James to the Knicks? Obviously, I'm assuming Cat would be roped into that trade, but then that would
He
leave.
wouldn't want to go over there.
Yeah, he's not leaving the Lakers.
He wouldn't want to go there. I truly. I mean, if we're
I
gonna
know
start
that.
talking
I
about
know he
LeBron,
doesn't.
if we're gonna start
I
talking
know
about
he doesn't.
LeBron
He doesn't
and
want to
where
have
he
anything
might
to do with the
go,
New York Knicks. I know that for a fact.
But if
I'm
you're
just
saying a
putting that out there.
hypothetical,
Yeah, I'm
I
just talking
would,
about
if I'm the
hypothetical.
Knicks, I would do it. I would. If I
yeah,
could
you'd
get
have to give up a lot. But yeah, I mean, you would do it.
if you're the Knicks,
Yeah, yeah. If you're the
no, you
Knicks, you have to
don't.
give up a lot. What do you mean? No, you don't.
No, you could do an even trades cat for LeBron if you wanted to, bro. And the only reason being is
I
LeBron.
don't.
He's likely to.
I don't think the Knicks would want to do an even trade. The Knicks would want at least something something also in that package, and they'll be willing
You're
to
saying
get
the
rid of
Knicks
some
get.
assets.
I thought you were saying the Knicks add more. That's what I thought you were saying.
No. The Knicks would want the Lakers to add more, so then because remember, you're
But
getting an
like what?
aging LeBron. So
What else you can add?
somebody a part of that team, whether it's a Dalton Connect, whether it's I'm trying to think of somebody else.
What would the starting line look like for the Lakers if you do that even swap? You got obviously Austin Reeves, you got Luka Doncic, you
Oh,
what?
now that you say that, ew, the Lakers, ew, that
Oh yeah, the defense
defense.
would be
Oh
trash.
my god,
It would be terrible. It would
Luca
be
Reeves
trash.
and Cat. Oh
that shit would be
nah.
Hey,
disgusting.
but
Ain't no
Luca would make Cat.
defense. Ain't
Hang
no
on, wait.
defense.
Luca might actually make Cat look really good. You know what he does with those centers? He
Nah,
might
Nah,
make
Cat's
not
not
the
Cat look
Cat's
cat
really
not
type
that
good.
type
center.
of center. Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, not that type of center.
But
That's a different
imagine
ball
though,
game.
Yeah.
imagine a world if Cat was on that team and that
The pick and
actually
pop
was the
would be
piece that he
nice.
needed.
Don't get
What
me
I'm
wrong, the pick and
saying,
pop would be great, but that's
it'd be
about it.
interesting. If Cat was more aggressive in the paint, yeah,
That
that'd
might
be
be the worst defensive team of all time.
Oh
For
my
real,
yeah,
for
god,
real.
probably,
it just sounds
probably,
disgusting.
probably for sure. But
Let's
hey,
move
any
on from
LeBron
the
James.
from Carl Anthony Towns, the Knicks, and made up scenarios.
We talked a little briefly about the DeAndre Hunter trade. We didn't touch much about it. How y'all feeling about that? To the Kings, obviously, previously on the
Stupid.
Cavs.
I don't
Kings being
see.
the
I don't know
Kings,
what the
bro.
Kings. Yeah, I don't know what the Kings are doing. They think I would assume this is their version of being linked to Jonathan Kaminga, and they know they can't get him, so now this is who they went out and got. I guess I don't know, but to get rid of
They're kind
Keon
of
Ellis
overloaded
and
now.
Dennis Schroeder for DeAndre Hunter, like what? I don't see why that makes sense.
That boy Russell Westbrook gonna get some PT for sure, for sure.
Yeah, oh yeah, now, yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
it's like,
But for Cleveland, great fucking pickup
mm-hmm.
because again, like I mentioned, you get a vet that could fit in almost every system if you play him in the right spot. And then you get a young and hungry guy who's still trying to make a full name for himself in this league, highly coveted, right, for the last summer. So I mean,
And
the Cavs won that shit for sure.
speaking of the Cavs too, the Cavs had freaking Jared Allen drop 40 points the other night, looking
Yeah, I
like
saw that.
some were saying a prime Shaq. I don't believe it, but that's what
Yo,
the
Oh my
comments
god.
said.
yo,
Oh,
people just be
oh
saying some shit that just what the fuck.
Hey, I'm reiterating what I read, but
Whoever
yeah,
you
dropped
were
40 the other
that said
night.
that, if you ever listen to this, shut the fuck up.
But yeah,
Facts.
man, the Cavs they won big on that one. They definitely need a turning point because they kind of seem to be slipping through the cracks as they usually do. Kind of towards playoff season, they kind of have a lot of I'd say folly is the word I'm looking for, but there are a lot of issues going on with them, up and down. They can't seem to win games when it comes to close games. Really, Donovan Mitchell, you see some frustration out there too because it seems like he's the only one that has to pick up the scoring load. So hopefully that
Oh yeah.
40-point piece from Jared Allen lifts him up because we obviously thought we were going to see more from Evan Mobley. Honestly, I mean that's kind of the guy that I would consider you want to see more out of. He's one of the young guys in the team, one previously Defensive Player of the Year. So you want to see more out of him, though.
I ain't gonna lie, with Evan
I mean,
Mobley, though, I feel like the
they've
only
been
way you're gonna see significantly more out of him, especially offensively, is if you trade
Need a
Jarrett
guard.
Allen. Because Jarrett Allen, with him clogging that paint like that, I feel like Evan Mobley don't got the space that he need that's necessary to show his full offensive game, like to show the pick and pop, the face up game, the post game. Like the only way we gonna see all that is if you get that clog out of the paint and Jarrett Allen. That's the only way, bro. But another
Eh,
thing I wanted to mention too, bro, the Kings being the Kings, bro. Them niggas make trades like it's like a 6-year-old playing 2K, just trying to trade for every big name
like
that they could get. Like,
how I said Khalil was on 2K.
yeah,
hey, I'm
bro.
not 6 years old though.
The
All right, minus the 6 years old part. He's
bro,
seven.
the Kings front office is dumb. And the thing, the most frustrating thing, and I'm not even a Kings fan, but what is so frustrating about that is they move like they don't have any direction. They don't know where they want to
Yeah,
go. They don't know
it's
if they want to
terrible.
compete. They don't know if they want to rebuild. They don't know.
And
They don't
then
know what they want to do,
and then not
bro. It's
only that, but
like,
then you see here, and I'm not saying that he's a great coach because we can't tell, right? We don't know with a roster like that. No coach could fix that roster to at least compete
mm-mm,
for a playing spot. No
mm-mm,
fucking coach. I don't care if you put fucking Phil Jackson in that shit. He ain't fixing that team.
at
You know
all,
what I'm saying?
at all,
Like,
bro.
so then at this point, then they go boom, let's fire Doug Christie. Boom, he's the problem. And then let's go hire this fucking random video guy who his first year was last year as an assistant coach at the end of the bench. Let's give him a shot. And again, no direction. Then you have a few vets in there that give you a couple buckets here and there, and
They're
then
But
just there
it's
to play
like
basketball. That's
it's
all
just
they're
all
doing.
over. Yeah,
they're
they're
the
just a
only
fill-in.
organization, bro, who could have De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Halliburton and let both of them out of the building. How
That's
does that
crazy.
happen? And it's not like Tyrese wanted to leave.
He
He
didn't, bro. He
wanted to be
cried.
there.
He admitted that
He
he cried when he
he
got traded.
cried, bro. He wanted to be there, and you let that man out the building. And then you let De'Aaron Fox get pissed off, and he requested trade. And now you got neither of them. Like, bro, only the Sacramento Kings. And then they did this weird Chicago Bulls 2.0 thing with DeRozan and Levine, and it's like, bro,
That's, I
what are
mean,
y'all doing? What's the goal here? If y'all trying to compete, that's not how you're gonna do it. The way y'all
no.
doing it, you're not competing doing that shit. So
They got no picks. They got no
they
direction.
got
It's just
nothing,
looking
bro.
terrible. It's looking god awful over
And
there.
you
And
traded
honestly,
one of your good young pieces. It's
yeah,
crazy,
I
crazy.
mean, I'm not saying that Keon Ellis was a part, could have been a part of that future. You had to give up some leverage at some point. And he wasn't somebody who was like, you know, let's just say like a Cooper Flag for a team or something like that, like a Franz Wagner for your team. So you would have had to eventually, but it's like
You had to
you
trade
should have
Keon
cashed
Ellis.
in Zach Levine. When you had a chance, you could have cashed in DeRozan for some pick assets, some young guys. That's how you do a rebuild. We're not,
Right.
because it's very far and few between whenever you could how do you call it, land on like a Wemby, or you know what I'm saying, like a Cooper Flag and shit. They also don't never get no good luck in the draft, if we're going to be completely honest. They're going to finish what, they're on pace right
That's
now to
their
finish with the
fault.
worst record in the league, right? And then here comes draft night, and then they got the fifth pick. Then they lose out on the top three guys that could is potentially franchise changing for any of those teams that they go to.
But they never fully tank. That's why they never have good draft positions. They never committed to the
Well, I
tank.
know,
So
yeah,
then
I well that too.
they'll end up being like a 10th seed or an 11th seed. And it's like, bro, those being in that place normally doesn't get you one of those top picks. And that's what's frustrating about them. They won't commit to a rebuild. That's their problem.
Well, let's hope that this year is their
But
year. I mean, they're not they're
I wonder
They're
why you
here to
said
do what?
they needed to trade Keon Ellis. Why would they would have needed to trade him?
well, because again, he's going to be he's going to be the piece that more teams would want back if they want to make any type of trade with the Kings, or I should say, if the Kings want to make a trade and get draft capital back, or they want to get another young and up and coming like guard, or not guard necessarily, just player, that they see is more of like a center stone to their rebuild and to their future. Um, he could have been. I'm not saying that he was because he's a bad player. I love Keon Ellis. I was hoping that the Magic could figure out a way to get him in a trade, but um, it's just that's just part of the rebuild. You have to, and not always, not
But he's
always.
a young guy though. I
I
don't
know,
really.
I get it, but they didn't have anybody else that's young that was playing at the level that he was. So when teams were calling the Kings, they're asking about Keon Ellis. They're not asking about um sh- a slow mo Joe over here. I don't know. I can't even think about
And you
another
cash
young
that
guy
in
that's on
for
that team.
DeAndre Hunter. Fucking terrible. So
Dumb
bad.
trade, dumb trade. I agree. They could have either kept him or they could have went another route. But here we are.
Crazy.
Here we
At
are.
least keep him to in the off season, because now you could use him as trade bait. Let's say hypothetically you don't get lucky in the draft lottery.
Exactly.
Now that's at least a piece you could use as trade bait. Like, hey, we want to move up. We'll trade you our pick and Keon Ellis to move up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just bro, asset management. That's the problem with the Kings. They're so bad at asset management, and that's why they're
Like
gonna
let's
always
be
be the
honest. They're not.
Kings.
Let's be honest. You give me. Let's say I get the eighth and then the 17th pick, and you're number two. I'm
Oh
gonna give
no, no,
you.
no, that's different. Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
It depends on the situation, but nah,
right.
yeah.
It depends. But I'm saying, like, would you prefer in that not only the picks, but would you prefer Keon Ellis a part of that trade, or would you want to, or would you rather have? I'm looking at the roster right now. A Keegan Murray. Like at the end of the day, who has more upside here? Keegan Murray to me, I don't think he can. I think he's reached his ceiling, despite of the inconsistency with the team and the coaching. I just think we've seen what the type of player Keegan Murray could be.
Okay.
Keon Ellis still has a lot more to learn, and he's already like he's to me that's a guy that you can implement on any team, and
All
he's just
right.
gonna go out there and do his shit. Keegan Murray to me is a system fit guy, and
Mhm.
in what we've seen, the best of is all we're gonna get, in my
Yeah, I definitely
opinion.
like Keegan Murray. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely like what they do in the Kings when they yell his name every time. So that shit's pretty lit. That shows that
Yeah,
he's
facts.
definitely a fan favorite for sure. But we're gonna move on a little bit because we talked a little bit about coaches earlier, and I don't know if y'all peep. Jason Kidd fined 35,000 for speaking on the refs. Apparently, it did not do their job. You know the usual shit. But I really want to kind of shed some light on what he said to the reporters when they kept asking him about the game. He snapped and said, "I know what the fuck I'm doing." Yo, that might have been like the realest comment I've heard from Jason Kidd in a long time.
And
That's
honestly,
Like,
J Kid, baby.
I'm glad he did that. I'm glad he
Yeah.
did that. Um, Jason Kidd to me isn't beyond criticism. We've seen him do a lot of questionable things as a coach, even back to his Brooklyn Nets and his Milwaukee
Oh
Bucks
yeah.
days as a coach. Like, we've seen him do some questionable things, so he's not beyond questioning. However, when these reporters they ask these questions to these coaches and players as if they know more than them, especially a Jason Kidd who's been a superstar in the NBA and's been coaching for over a decade now, like, yeah, if I'm Jason Kidd, I'm probably reacting the same way. Especially, I think they had just lost that game, right?
Yeah, they
yeah,
lost
I
to the
think they were.
Houston Rockets
Yeah,
111
so
and
especially
107.
Mhm.
after a loss, especially that loss, because that was a close game. Like, they could have easily won that
Yeah.
game. Like,
Yeah.
I would have been pissed too. And if a reporter would have asked me a sideways question like that, Shit. Hey, I'm reacted the same way. So props to J Kidd,
Yeah.
man. We need to see that more out of
I mean,
players and
any
coaches,
any any
honestly.
fucking any fucking coach, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. His name don't got to be Jason Kidd. His name don't got to be Steve Kerr. I mean, any coach, like you're you work within basketball. That's all you live, breathe, and study each and every single day. These reporters, their job is just to go off the surface of the shit. It's very rare that you get a reporter that actually knows hoop and could ask real hoop questions. If we're
All
gonna
right.
keep it a whole being, right? Jason Kidd, it just so happens to be one of the best of all time, right? In the league. How many? I think he's a two-time champ or only one. I think he's two.
No, one
One.
with
One with the
2011.
Mavs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So regardless, a champion, multiple time All Star.
Been to the
Is
finals multiple times though.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So like, you know, this guy knows ball for sure. So
Yeah,
for some of
definitely.
these reporters just coming around acting like saying shit that just don't make sense, and that's like another thing too. If you really listen to some of these questions, because this isn't the first time that like a player or a coach has called out a reporter because they don't really know, and I'm talking about in like all sports. So I've seen it before, and it's just like you're saying something, and it's the players or the coaches' minds. You could see their reaction is more like, what? Like, what do you? That shit don't even make sense.
Yeah. I think they asked a question mainly about Cooper Flag and him being in the point guard position. I guess they asked mainly more so like if he felt that that was a good role for him to be in. And we all know the I guess you could say the slander he got for putting Cooper Flag at the point guard position. But given what that was given to Dallas Mavs, they didn't really have very many options. So I
And to be
definitely hear
honest,
where he was coming at.
no, yeah, facts, Khalil. I agree. But now that I think about it, because at the time I did honestly look at it like Cooper Flag at point guard for a team that quote unquote is trying to compete. Like you're putting a rookie who's not normally a point guard at point guard. It was just weird to me. But looking back at it, I see why he did it. I don't think it was because he necessarily thought Cooper Flag was going to be a great point guard. I think it was more of a developmental thing to where he wanted Cooper Flag to develop the playmaking and the ball handling skills that he's going to need to be their superstar player going forward. And
Hmm.
the Spurs did something similar to Wimby because I remember when Wimby was a rookie, he was shooting hella threes. He was just experimenting, honestly, and everyone's looking like, yo, he's too big to be shooting that much. He should, he needs to get in the paint and he needs to dunk on everyone. But then when you look at it, Pop was trying to develop that part of his game. It wasn't that he necessarily thought he was going to be Steph Curry. He just wanted him to develop that
Yeah.
part of his game early and make those mistakes early to where later on, then he already has that in his toolbox. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, the
He
Cooper
was
Flag
doing what
thing
coaches do.
was, yeah, it was weird at first,
They put the
but
ball in the superstar's hand. That's what you got to do. You got to put the
yeah,
ball in the
it was a
superstar's hand.
developmental thing
Well, to
that
see if
from
he's
looking
gonna be,
back
if
at
he
it.
could be a superstar. I mean, you know me, I wasn't so high on Cooper
I wasn't
Flag
either.
in the sense of like that. I never said he wasn't going to be good. I just was like, I have to see it. Like I truly
You know
have
the
to see it.
comparison. They
And
kept saying he was
yeah,
gonna be like a
bro.
LeBron in a sense, the
So
big
like for
comparison they
me,
always do.
for
If
me, I'm
people
like
say he was
I've
LeBron,
seen
they don't know what they're talking about.
I've seen glimpse and I've seen the consistency. I see that he's still like, he keeps his head up high no matter when things are not going his way because he's had bad games, right? But I'm okay with that. If I'm the Mavs, I'm okay with that, and I think that at least the new guys leading the helm for the most part, because I think they're still trying to fill Nico Harrison's role. They're seeing that and they're okay with it. And not only that, one also that was a good comparison, good point, Armani, earlier with the Wemby thing. But another thing that we forget too is that the Mavs had already experimented multiple times with starting actual guys that they brought in or guys that were already on the team at point guard, and it just doesn't work, and they just don't fit
Yeah,
that system.
D'Lo.
You got Ryan Nemhard, who they drafted, who was starting the year in the G League, came in, put up a good couple games, but at the end of the day, just doesn't fit that full time NBA experience at the moment. Then you bring in Brandon Williams. I mean, he's had moments too, but I mean,
He's
Got injured the
nice.
other night.
I
he's
like him.
straight. But to me, he's more of a shooting guard. That's not a point guard.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Kyrie Irving's obviously hurt. Jaden Hardy just they seem. I don't know if it's they or him. It just seems like that has to eventually
Free that
be.
boy D'Lo, man. Free that boy D'Lo.
And then
Man's
of
still on
course
that
the
team.
acquisition
Little
throughout
D'Lo.
the summer of D'Angelo
If you know,
Russell
you
too.
know.
So that
Yeah,
point guard,
it's
that
crazy.
point
It's
guard
crazy he's still
experiment
on that
hasn't worked there
team.
yet.
Yeah, not at all. It's kind of sad what's going on with the Mavericks because you'd like to see a lot more from them, especially considering that they did get that number 1 draft pick. But obviously, they're doing what they can with the pieces that they have. Jason Kidd, shout out to him. Obviously, ignoring the noise and shit. But I want to move on to the last or second to last thing we got here to really wrap up with basketball. But we already know hot topics right now. All stars were announced not too long ago. The reserves were recently announced, and we got some snubs.
Snubby,
We got
snub,
Uh-oh.
some snubs.
snubs.
Man, they did your boy Kawhi Leonard dirty. He did not get All Star appearance for this season. With everything that he's got going on, I believe 27 points per game
Crazy.
currently. A 3 point percentage. I can't remember what it is from the top of my head, so I don't want to guess. But just what that he's doing with the LA Clippers right now, considering we obviously need the Clippers to do good. Armani and I were talking
Facts.
about it, and we ain't trying to see OKC build a super team, whatever the fuck you want to call that
Yeah.
shit. Like we need the Clippers to turn it on. So the fact that they snubbed your boy Kawhi Leonard out there is crazy, and then the fact that they input LeBron James, considering he was out majority of the season, almost the beginning of part of it, and then Carl Anthony Towns, it is kind of weird what they're doing. We kind of say it all the time every year with the All Stars. It's just the voting is ass. Like they vote terribly. I mean, they got the World US thing going on. Like All Stars, it's just not good. It's overall not good at all.
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I ain't gonna say LeBron's not an all-star caliber player this year because he is. Don't get me wrong. But y'all put him in over Kawhi, the way Kawhi's been playing. Like, I would argue Kawhi within the past month or so, past couple months, he's been the best player in the league. The way he's been carrying that trash ass Clippers roster, like, I don't know how Kawhi doesn't get in the All Star game this year, bro. I really just don't see it. I think LeBron really got the nod mainly from the fan votes. I know fan votes. I mean,
Nope. Yeah,
it's
but
fan
fan votes
Well,
media.
no,
are only
fan votes is
starters.
done. That was starters. Yeah, this is coaches that voted
Yep.
this one,
Wait, fan votes don't have a part to
No,
play in the All Star
not for
game
the
no
no.
more.
For
reserves. Not
reserves,
for the
not for
reserves.
reserves. It's only the
Reserves is
starters.
only for coaches. Only for coaches get to vote for that one.
Coaches and
Ah,
executives, media, shit like that.
and they voted LeBron over Kawhi.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow,
That's why it's crazy.
that's
That's why it's
scary.
crazy. That's
So
why it's scarier to vote Cat in there because where would we say that? Why is Cat an All Star this season? This season at least. Like why? Yeah,
Cat deserved to be an all star.
this season really?
Cat
Why?
What?
Because
deserves to be an all star. Cat deserves to be an all star.
I
I,
I'm curious why.
yeah,
Because he's the best. I can't think of another forward. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's one that I just can't because I'm like
He's a
can't think of it
center.
right now. He's a forward. He's
He's a
not a
center.
center. He's a
I
forward.
understand what you're saying that he is a forward, but right now for the New York Knicks, his role is the center. That's what they have him listed as. That's what it says in ESPN. He's a motherfucking center. I get what you're
Well,
saying though.
I mean, center slash forward, either which way. He to me, he's been just playing better than all the centers slash forwards in the East. He's been the and
I
he's been
don't know.
and his team is winning. That's how All Star is voted
I
with
have to side with
reserves.
Lou on this one. I have to side with Lou on this one, Armani. He's got a point when you say against the centers in the East,
Yeah.
he is
He's
actually
been
one
better
of the
than
better
Bam.
scoring
Yeah, bro. What
scoring
you
wise.
mean,
Yeah,
bro?
man.
If
He's
that was the
You're
he's
case,
just
then
saying
Bam would have been an All
scoring,
Star.
but you guys are just saying
he
scoring.
No, I'm not.
he's
No, I'm saying
also
in every aspect, bro. Carl Anthony
he's
Towns has
also
been
leading in double
rebounding.
doubles
He's landing.
in the
Yeah, he's leading the league,
NBA.
or not leading the league in double doubles. I just know he's averaging a double double this season.
Nah, he's
He's
leading the league. It's
or
him and
with double
who else?
doubles.
Yeah, double doubles. He's leading in
Hold
double
on, hold
doubles
on,
this season.
hold on,
He's
hold
tied with somebody else.
on.
Somebody check
Okay,
my
well,
math on that.
regardless of
So
that,
let
But
me
he's
get this
averaging a
right.
double double throughout the year. His team is winning. They go on a little. They're top three in the East all year
it's
long.
because the team's winning. That's a big one. The team's
And
winning, so that's a
also
good
he's
one.
leading the league in rebounding. So that alone already is just that
So
deserves an All Star nod.
we've all watched Cat. I'm assuming. You
Uh huh.
all
Yeah.
you told me was a bunch of stats, but we've all if you
Okay.
watch the game, you know Cat has not played that well this year, bro. And not only that, if we're
Yeah,
gonna
career
talk about
lows.
his
He might
scoring,
be
if we
inefficient. He might
if
be
we
inefficient. His decision making is bad. Yeah, for sure. But everything else in his
okay,
game
so
is there. The defense is
Bam,
the only
who's
thing
been a
that went
better
down.
playmaker. He's not a better scorer than Cat. Of course, I'm not gonna ever claim that. Cat has been a really good rebounder too. Don't get me wrong. But Bam has been a he's a league's better defender. He's also made strides in his offensive game, and he's a de facto playmaker when Davion Mitchell is in the game. Like Bam is running the offense literally. And the Heat aren't we're not obviously on the Knicks level, but the Heat have been good with Norm Powell, who congrats to him, made the game. But to say that Cat has oh yeah, it's just yeah, he's clearly been better than all the centers. I don't think he's been clearly better than Bam. I think Bam probably should have had more of a spot to be in the All-Star game. And to be honest with you, I think a lot of the New York, the attention that New York gets did help Cat get a little nod in there because obviously with the name and with the brand, like I think that also played a role in getting him in, just like LeBron. LeBron's in LA on the Lakers. So I think media attention also plays a big role into certain players getting in over others.
Nah, but I'm gonna have to go with Lou on this point, though. I mean, he is the better big man when it comes to the Eastern Conference. And no, not for anything, their team is
How
winning.
though?
He's on a winning team. That's the other part. That's the biggest part. Is that they're gonna
And
vote you in when you're on a winning team.
without him on that team, you could say we could joke
They're
all we
just
want,
as
We could
good.
but
we could joke all we
Anthony
want, but
Towns
yeah,
on
he's
that
right.
team, not unless you replace him with a Bam that's better than him defensively 100%, or a Rudy Gobert who all he does is focus on anybody who's just a defensive-minded player, anybody, you're not going to have the same level of play. That team will not be the same. Carl Anthony Towns is the reason why that team is in the position that they're in.
Yeah,
Did
he's
Evan
actually
Mobley
leading.
make it?
Evan Mobley did not make an All Star game, but Evan Mobley also
No,
has had an inconsistent down year though, and also an injury. I think
So has
he's
Cat.
no, but Cat's still been playing more games than Evan Mobley, and he plays through injury. Evan Mobley, they keep him out. That's another
yeah, I
thing that
mean,
Bro,
you
he
look
Evan
at
Mobley
Cat.
played
He's like an
he's
Iron
played
Man, bro. He
42
plays through
games.
injuries, huh?
He's
Evan
played
Evan
42
only played
games.
42 games. Carlos played 46. To answer your question from earlier, I mean, as far as scoring between
What?
Bam and
What are we
Cat,
talking about?
Cat Cat's got 19, so let's call it 20, 19.8, and then Bam's at 18.2. So he's definitely scoring more than him.
By
He's
a
more
point.
efficient. He's more efficient at the field goal range. Obviously, we know he's a 3-point shooter. Cat and Bam isn't. However, they are about tied when it comes to 3-point percentage, 35.9 and 35.1. But again, it's gonna be like we kind of mentioned. He's on a winning team. He also is leading the league in rebounding. So when you're leading the league in rebounding, that automatically is going to give
Man.
you a nod. I'm not going to lie to you.
It
It is.
say
He's also
It
leading the
is.
league in double doubles.
That does matter. Trust me,
They
it
say
does.
Cat should be
30.
in there over Evan Mobley and Bam this year. Like considering
Yeah.
impact on their teams, is I don't
With
know
that,
how y'all
if
could
we're
come to
to,
that
I
conclusion.
would definitely consider putting Cat in there when you compare him against Evan and Bam. Yeah, 100% because he's outscoring them.
I
He's
would
more
He's
put
not
Bam
efficient,
over.
outscoring them.
I
and
mean, I would
He's
put
not
Cat.
yeah, I
outscoring
just
them. A
he
point
is. I just
is
told you.
minimal. That's
That's
nothing.
average. Remember, it's
You're
average. But
right. A
he's
point
still finishing
average is
games. He's still finishing games more than Bam is when it's all said and done. Bam,
Okay,
Carl Anthony Towns,
but
it wins
you're
wins the Knicks games in last
yeah,
minute
but
scenarios.
even if we compared centers, if you compared Bam to a Evan and even to a Carl Anthony Towns, at the end of the day, Carl Anthony Towns is still outscoring those two players.
by a
That's just a
point. It's
fact.
minimal. It
No,
No,
doesn't matter.
no, bro,
That's
no.
like comparing
regardless
a
of average,
33 point to
In
a 32
matchups and
point game score. That what?
in matchups between teams, Carl Anthony Towns always finishes it with a better
yeah,
overall
it's a
like
fact.
stat than Bam, and he finishes over every single time over Evan
And they're
Mobley.
Y'all
playing the
gonna
same
have to
amount of
show me
minutes.
that. I ain't never
And they're
I
playing
ain't
the same
never
amount of
seen
minutes
that,
too.
bro.
I literally been looking it up this whole entire time. I
Cat
just
I
haven't
mean,
said it
Cat
because
has
see,
I'm
not
just
been
throwing out a
more
bunch of numbers
impactful.
and then I'll be cutting people off.
If you take Evan Mobley and freaking Bam off their teams and you take Cat off his team, those two players have been more impactful. And you guys are just telling me about scoring. Bro,
No,
first
no,
of
what do
all,
you
no,
mean? We
scoring
no,
is
said
no.
minimal.
I'm not talking
we
about
just
scoring.
said he's
Rebounding.
I'm just
leading
talking
the
about
league in
scoring.
rebounding. He's leading the
Okay,
league in
how many
rebounding. He's got a
rebounds?
better
But
efficiency.
you're telling me the only reason why the Knicks would finish
So
with a
y'all don't
better
care about
record or
defense.
still
Y'all don't care
being
about
be
playmaking, from what
bro,
I'm
we
hearing.
just finished telling you everything
But
else
defense
that
does not win
is.
games. Defense does not win games though. Points do.
Oh,
You're
It's
defense
a
does
stuck on
not
the
fact.
win
scoring.
games.
You're stuck on the
Yes.
scoring. You're stuck on
He's
the
been
scoring.
fi-
I
no,
brought
I'm
up
not just
every
talking.
other
I'm talking about
aspect.
all around. I'm saying
I
your
know, but
overall impact
you're
on the
saying that
game.
all I'm saying is scoring. I'm saying I've been saying every almost in every category he pretty much got them beat. The only thing he probably
No,
don't
he
got them beat
doesn't.
on
What?
is what
His defense. Defense. That's
is
He
it.
just
defense,
said
and
the field goal
that's and
percentages are similar. He just said the 3-point percentages are similar, which is crazy considering Cat's supposed to be a 3-point shooter. The scoring is, yeah, you could say technically Cat scoring more, but a point is minimal. That's not a big difference. They're basically even in scoring.
Okay, so if we take
Defense,
out the scoring,
Evan
if we take out
Mobley
the
and
scoring,
Bam are leagues better, and playmaking, Bam is the best out of those three by far. So
in
y'all
okay,
playmaking.
tell
No, he's
okay,
me
not, bro. No, he's not.
Bam is
okay.
No,
running
he's not.
off it.
No, he's not.
What?
No, he's not,
You
bro.
don't watch
So
Heat
No,
games.
he's
so
You
not.
don't watch Heat games.
what
Yeah.
does that
You're not
what
watching.
does
There's
that
no
get
way.
Bam? What does that get Bam and Evan Mobley? That gets what? Evan Mobley number 5 ranked right now, and the Miami Heat ranked number 7. So we're gonna put them in the
Nah,
All Star
but
game, and they're ranked five and number
you
7.
gotta add context. Who is around them? Bro, Cat's playing with Jalen Brunson, OG, and Mikael
But
Bridges
we
and Josh
also know
Hart.
too the All Star game isn't there
Exactly.
for defenders.
Imagine
They're there for
without them.
offensive
Now
players.
think about it like this.
So
He is playing with all those other guys. Now okay. Now answer this question so we can just move. We can keep it pushing. Who is Bam playing with?
he's not playing with who Cat's
Oh,
playing with.
okay. Who is Evan Mobley playing with?
He's playing with Donovan Mitchell.
Okay, Donovan Mitchell, one guy. So you mentioned Cat is playing with Jalen Brunson, so and so, so and so, and so and so, right? Okay. So imagine in worlds where it would have just been Cat and Jalen Brunson. You're telling me that Cat wouldn't be averaging way more in every category than Bam and Evan Mobley? The reason
No,
why his numbers are
no, because
what?
he's
Are
not
you
as
fucking
skilled.
kidding
What?
me?
He's hold on. He's not as skilled in every other aspect of the game
Bro,
except for
Carl Anthony
scoring.
Towns
He's
knows
a
how to he passes the ball. He knows how to find guys in the right spots. So with playmaking and finding guys in the right spots and positions, he got that. If
no,
anything,
bro.
just as much as Bam does.
What do
You're
you
Y'all
talking
don't
about
mean?
watch
Bam.
Bam.
You're
It's
talking
obvious.
about. I
Bam
do
is
watch
running an
Bam. I see
offense.
Bam four
He's
times a
running an
year. It's kind
offense.
of hard to not. It's kind of hard to miss him. They still show the
For
Heat
someone
on
that's
national
running
Y'all
for
television.
someone that's okay, hang on. For someone
as a
that's
big
running
man,
offense,
bro, that's
he's
crazy.
running offense and he's only averaging 2.8 assists. Wait, I'm not done because I know
Yeah,
you're gonna cut me off. And Carl Anthony Towns is at 2.9. So in that stat, he's still, yeah, point 0.1 better, but how is he running offense that much better if he's only averaging 2.8 assists?
and don't
Because
say it because of the team
he's
that he
bring
has around.
hold on.
You would say
No, I'm
Sangoon
gonna
is
say
is
because
is is is, is facilitating more than anything else.
it- Bam, the way he facilitates is not the way that a lot of those other big men do it. If you watch a lot of those other big men like
What do you
Sabonis
define as
and
facilitate?
wait,
What do
let
you
me
define as
y'all not letting
facilitate?
me finish.
All right, go
If
ahead, go
you
ahead.
watch
Glorifying
someone like
his
Sabonis, if you
playmaking
watch
skills.
someone
That's
like
pretty much all it
Jokic,
sounds like.
if you watch someone like Sabonis, if you watch someone like Jokic, they're doing a lot of DHOs, bro. They're doing a lot of dribble handoffs, which is fine. It's okay, but those aren't. Well, Jokic is he's a little different. More so like a guy like Sabonis. The reason why they're averaging a lot of assists isn't because they're running an offense or they're doing advanced passes. It's because they're
Right.
doing
No,
dribble
I
handoffs.
get that. Yeah,
Bam
yeah,
does
yeah.
not do dribble handoffs. He's literally having to
Well, he
read
does.
coverages.
He also
He
does.
rarely. It's rare.
He
And
also
and and
does.
if he does, it's not to
I'm pretty sure I
shooters
could
because
watch the game. I could watch the last game and I could probably count more times he did DHOs than he did anything of those advanced extra passings. He does do
nah,
great advanced
no.
passing. I don't disagree with you at all. But you seem
Bam
to
is
forget
more so a play. He's a
you're not
post
crediting
playmaker.
Cat for also doing the same thing. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that Cat is not a good advanced passer,
He's not
like a
on Bam's
flashy
level.
passer.
I'm not saying he's not a good passer. He's not on the. He's not a Bam
Okay,
level
okay,
passer.
so at this point, yes, exactly. Boom. You're saying that he's not in the level as Bam. Bam, you're talking about being in a level as Bam. So where is that level shown where it gives him an All-Star nod?
Yeah, because when we look at the
He's
stats
that's
here,
my
he's
point. He's
he's
snubbed.
below Cat and
No,
everything.
he's
It's a
not snubbed,
snub.
bro. He's not
Him and
snubbed.
Evan
It's
Mobley is a
not a
snub, bro.
Evan
snub.
Mobley is
It's a
not snubbed.
snub,
I would
bro.
say I would agree with the Bam over Evan Mobley before that, before anything.
Yeah, I agree. I would agree on that too as well. But when
And
it
and,
comes to
and
snubs, he wasn't snubbed. Carl Anthony Towns stat for stat, he was better in Bam in everything. The only thing he wasn't better than Bam in is
No matter
defense, which the
no matter
All
what,
Star
even
game
if it
is
was
not
a
about
point
defense.
one,
It's about offense.
no matter even if it was point one
Nobody
over.
nobody wants to see the All Star game and see a bunch of blocks and steals, bro. That's just the case. They wanted to see
well,
Cat
there's a lot of
over Bam.
defenders in the All Star game, so I
And
don't
let's be
really
honest. And let's
know.
be honest. Let's be
So yeah,
honest. fun. A cat may he at the I and it's kind of hard for me to say this, right? It's
Oh
hurting
God.
me, but
Oh Lord.
Cat, when he plays the game, it's still somewhat entertaining in ways, especially when he got it going. When Cat got it going, it's fun, right? But when Bam got it going, it's not something where it's
Nah,
like wow.
I ain't gonna lie. When Bam gets it going, it actually is
No,
pretty.
no, it's
It's
not.
nice to
But
see,
it's
but
not
it's
at
not
the
as
level of
enticing. It's not
Cat's.
as enticing. It's not
Exactly
as
my point.
enticing. I'll
That's
agree
what I'm
with
trying to
that.
say. Not for me personally. I'm talking like as if you're just an average, you just watch the game and because it's on TV, the Knicks versus the Heat, and both of them motherfuckers are going neck and neck, back and forth, back and forth. Cat's gonna make it a lot more enticing than Bam is, for sure. And that
Yeah.
is what draws the attention for All Star. I'm not saying that Cat's like by next year I could sit here and be like, oh, I could confidently, if it happens, be like, oh no, Bam's way better than Cat. But right now, this season, consistently, Cat has played better than Bam, even if it's by a
Yeah.
smidge, even if it is by a
And
smidge.
and according to coaches, he's better. So we're gonna leave it at that and move on to another team that is shitty. The
The
Brooklyn
debates are getting
Nets.
heated out here tonight, ladies and
Actually, no, I'm
gentlemen.
not gonna move on. Yeah, I forgot. We gotta give a shout out here to Jamal Murray, man. First time All Star.
I
First
was just
time All
about to
Star
ask
this
that
year.
earlier too. I was like, yeah, this is his first All Star bid, huh?
Yeah, man. It's the first time
Good
in
for him.
He
He
deserves
deserves
it
it.
quite some
too.
time.
He
That's a
deserves that.
good
Yeah,
nod.
he's been what not after 9 years or some shit like that. How long has it been?
Yeah, I
Nine
It's
mean,
been a
seasons, some
while.
shit.
yeah, it's been a while.
Even though he played terribly last night versus OKC, that was a terrible game. But he still deserves it, especially keeping that team afloat with Jokic out. Yeah, he's doing his thing for sure.
Wait, I thought Jokic played. Hold on.
He did.
He
Did
did.
I was gonna say I thought he didn't play last night. Okay,
I
Oh
okay.
yeah,
will.
he
I
Yeah,
did.
will
because
say
he
this.
needs to play.
I will say
'Cause
this. Going back to the whole Kawhi thing out of the East, since we kind of already, I guess, did that with the East with Cat and the Bam and the Evan Mobley situation. Um,
Mhm.
the one player that I think everybody in there is deserving. The reason why LeBron got the All Star bid is because he's LeBron James. That's just what we're
Yeah.
gonna call the spade, right? But if anyone needs to be replaced out of that for Kawhi, would, in my opinion, would be LeBron.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree on that.
This is who they do this to? Didn't they do this to D Wade? Correct me if I'm wrong. A few years back, right
Well,
before
that
when he
was
retired, it was
that
kind of
was a
like an
little different.
honorable, right?
Yeah, yeah. That like they had the
But this is what it
rosters,
feels
and
like to
then they
me. It was
added
kind
D
of just
Wade
like
and
a,
Dirk after the fact.
oh, D Wade and Dirk. So at that point, it was evened out. So okay, so that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know,
just
but yeah, LeBron to
it's
me
just
just doesn't
alarming,
deserve
man.
it.
They should have gave Kawhi his flowers this year, especially obviously everyone's talked so much about Kawhi obviously not being available, the injuries. So for him to have the season he's having 27 points per game, I mean that's not a small feat, especially for someone that's had so many injury woes. I'm honestly a little disgusted at the fact that they didn't include because at the beginning of the season they were all talking about that LeBron James not going to make it into the All Star game, not
Hey,
looking good,
but you know
and
why they
now
gave it to LeBron though too? Outside of it just being LeBron James, they have a better record. They're winning.
yeah.
Maybe
That is
not
the truth.
as you know
It
they're not
might be the record thing.
they're not a top three, but you know they're winning. They have a better record than the Clippers. We all know how the Clippers started this year, so and been playing
Yes,
really
we
good as
do.
of late too. Really good. Eight out of their last two. So
Yeah, you can't complain about that. But another team that's not doing too hot is the Brooklyn
Wait,
Nets. We just mentioned not too. What's up,
my
Armani?
bad. Really quick,
What?
that's that's so inconsistent with the winning thing. If that's the case, because Pascal Siakam made it, and they ain't winning shit. So how he made it, and Kawhi didn't. I don't know. It's crazy.
Pascal
oh, because
Siakam.
remember it's
That
like
is
with
a
the
wild
with
one.
the with the East thing. I
No,
mean,
no, I know
and
it's
like
different
the
conferences,
numbers.
but I'm saying if you're comparing, if we're saying like, oh, okay, yeah, LeBron made it because he's winning over Kawhi. I'm not saying you're saying that, but I'm saying if that's how they're voting, then Pascal Siakam shouldn't have got in either,
No, I
considering the
mean
Pacers are one of the
I
worst
agree.
teams in the league.
No, I agree. I agree.
So
I mean, I
it's
can't really
weird.
like, yeah, I can't really like go into it at that point. I would just be
Yeah,
rambling about
that
how inconsistent it is, which it is. But
it's definitely consistent. I
they look
think
at it
it's
as
an
like, oh,
offensive thing, man.
he's a star, and he's still
Star
averaging. Look at these great numbers, even while the team's
23. I
not
think he's
winning.
averaging like 23, 24 points per game. So
Yeah,
they're probably
20,
looking at
yeah,
that.
24, damn near
Yeah.
7 rebounds, 4 assists.
Empty
It's
calories.
So it's a scoring thing, man. That's what they want. They want these all stars to come out to be scoring. That's ideally what it is. I mean, we're probably going to see another 300 point combined point game again. That's just how it
It's
is with every
disgusting,
year,
bro.
year after year. Yeah, it's terrible. Nothing but offense, but it is what it is. But moving on though to the Brooklyn Nets, a team that isn't known for their scoring whatsoever. 53-point loss again.
Rough.
Another 50-point loss to the Brooklyn Nets. Honestly, man, at this point, you got to be figuring they got to fire this coach. Jordy Fernandez is just.
They gotta
I mean, I get
fire
it.
him and the
I,
GM.
I get it. Yeah, the team is ass. They don't have a lot of players besides Michael Porter Jr. and Cam Thomas Reese just came back. Yada yada yada. But at no point in time should you have multiple losses in the season of 50 points or more. That's
Yeah,
that's just
facts.
that's embarrassing. I mean, we saw it when OKC did it, and that's OKC. Yeah, we get it. But then New York did it. Then Detroit did it, I believe, is a team they played just recently. So it's like all these teams. I seen a comment not too long ago. They just all lined up, and Nets is just like, yo, y'all can take a turn, no pause, because that's exactly what they're doing to this team night in, night out. So yeah, man, I just had to give a shout out to the Brooklyn Nets. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. We appreciate y'all from the New York Knicks
What a shout
fans.
out.
Shout out
Yeah,
to
that's a
y'all
crazy shout out.
because we need y'all to be in the shadow. Because we remember all them years ago, all them Brooklyn Nets fans stood up when they had KD, Kyrie, and James, and they was talking all that shit.
I
So
mean, rightfully
yeah,
so.
I
They
know,
should have until all the
rightfully
injuries started
so,
fucking them up.
rightfully so. But hey,
And then
now we
KD's
back where we're supposed to be.
big toe being on the line.
Yo, facts, man. What would have happened if he didn't? Man, a lot of people wonder on that one.
And that's
But
really
yeah, it's
used
just
5 first round draft picks in one draft, like fucking idiots. Wow,
it really,
they really
And
did that.
none of those guys. And I mean, I would say that Igor Denim guy, he's the only one that's like, I guess,
the rookie.
Serviceable.
promising. Yeah, but it's like they picked him up. They picked him up so early, bro. It's like, God, man, like he was not worth that. He was not
When
worth
they
that
could have
pick.
just traded into this draft, which is going to be one of the best drafts in the
Yeah.
past 10 years.
Yeah,
Ah,
10
what?
it's
years. I
gonna be a
wouldn't
big
say 10
draft.
years.
Man,
It's gonna be a big draft. It's gonna be a big draft, dude. What do
this
you
is going
mean?
to
It's
be
Like
one of
these
the
players
best
come.
drafts.
it's finally looking like a good draft, at least within the first round. You know what I'm saying? You're getting like a full lineup of guys that are, a lot of teams could just benefit of getting one of these
You said it's
diamonds in the
finally
rough
looking like a good draft? Like, bro,
from
it's
from
been a
for the
good
whole
draft.
entire first like round projected. Yes. Usually outside of like the first, like the lottery, maybe top 20. After that, it's just like, When
Oh,
was
I
the
mean,
last time that it
usually when
was?
you're talking about a good draft, you mean you're normally talking about the lottery. I mean, after that, you really don't know. It's really a toss up with the guys after that.
Well, right, but I'm saying like the guys that are coming out are, what I'm saying, it's a lot of good guys and stuff like that. So
Yeah, man. So, I mean, that's about all we got for basketball, though, man. I mean, a lot of great things coming up. Trade deadline is in 3 days. Obviously, to be honest, we're gonna keep everybody updated. Hopefully, next video we'll
That
have
week.
some. Hopefully, I don't know, man. Out of question, out of curiosity, how many of y'all think that the Bucks end up? Do they keep him or they just wait till off season? Yeah, because some low key, I kind of think that they might not even do a trade.
If I were
I
the
think that you
Bucks, I would
think
wait
that's
till
the
the off
potential.
season. I would
I
wait
agree.
because now you're gonna have more suitors. You're gonna know. Honestly, I would really wait till after the lottery. Like I'll wait till the picks are submitted. Now you can kind of pick and choose the packages you really want based off of the teams that are going to be, interested. And you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna have a lot more suitors interested. Especially with Giannis having another year left. Like if I'm the Bucks, I am in no rush to move him. I'm gonna wait to get the package
yeah,
that I
no,
want out of this. So,
I would just internally what I would do, I would just nurse that calf injury. You know what? Nurse it. We'll just shut you down for the rest of the year.
well, the
And
The
AD,
rest of the year is crazy. Wow,
yeah,
a
why
whole
AD
not?
did
year.
And
it.
who's to say that he wouldn't take that offer just to not be a distraction? Remember, his issue is not with the players within the team. His issue is with
Yeah,
the
it's
front
just
office.
organization.
So it's
Yeah,
kind of like, hey, look, let me not be a distraction in honor of my teammates. It's not. I'm not doing it for anyone else. I'm not doing it for the fans. I'm not. I'm doing this for
yeah,
my teammates.
I get
Finish
it.
off the
It was
year.
just sucked to see
Y'all
him
do what
go.
y'all gotta do, and then exactly what Armani said: trade them in the offseason, more suitors. Um, Draft capital could be mixed in more a little bit because you can kind of see the depth in the landscape of the draft lottery and all that. So
Yeah,
um,
That's
let's
a
see
fair
where he
point.
goes,
Yeah,
man. At this point I'm kind of, if it does go all the way to the offseason though, we might see a shocking destination of where he winds up. In my
100%.
opinion,
Shit.
I don't think it's
He
gonna
might,
be the main teams that he's been linked to. If he goes all the way to the offseason, this shit could get
he might
scary.
he might pull out something crazy and end up going to a team like, I don't know, fucking what, Dallas or some shit, or I don't know, some
No,
shit that we not even thinking about. Just something left, completely left.
they're gonna end up doing a three-team trade. His ass gonna end up, watch. He's gonna wind up with the Lakers. Watch,
I could see that, honestly, some
watch.
wild ass way he ended up in the Lakers.
How
But
though?
The Warriors are the biggest thing that I keep hearing is the Warriors. But well, we talked enough about that. We
I
talked enough
heard
about
some
that.
I heard some stupid ass. I was on Twitter and I'm like, or X, excuse me. Uh it was, yo. I read it and I literally, my whole face like kind of changed. Looked at my phone. I was like, oh, what kind of stupid shit is this? So it was, of course, him linked to the Warriors, and the whole the package that would be dealt would be obviously Giannis and Thanasis heading over there to Golden
The
State, and
nasty.
then at the nasty, and then the Warriors would be sending out Buddy Hield, Jonathan Kaminga, Draymond Green, and like a couple picks. A couple picks, maybe
Ew.
maybe Brandon Pods was
Yeah,
thrown
they
in there,
they
I
they
think,
had it at, it
and
was
then
Jimmy,
and
Jonathan
then, or yeah, Jimmy
Kaminga,
Butler, excuse
Brandon.
me, Jimmy Butler. Yes, I forgot.
Then they got a lot of picks. They got a
Yeah,
2026 first round pick, 2028, 2030, 2031, 2032. I mean, they got a shit ton of
and
picks.
then
So
they were like, oh, Draymond Green. Some sources have confirmed that he's told the front office that he's willing to do that for the team, whatever. And then in writing, I guess like they would have some like under the table deal where they like, as soon as free agency opens up, like he's their first signing, so he'll go back and sign for like the minimum or whatever, just to go back to Golden State after doing that trade. I'm like,
do you know how crazy that would be?
that would be fucking wild. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Wait, let me ask.
That would be taking one for the team,
Yeah.
legitimately,
Nah, for
bro.
I
sure.
don't know.
What?
I'll be honest with you. If
I don't
Curry
believe it. What?
somehow was able to pull off getting KD, well, not Curry per se, but the Warriors, and then to turn around and come and get Giannis, that would be very, very interesting.
That'd be
Wait,
wild.
but
I don't believe
you
it
said
worth
the
the
package
shit.
would be what? Jimmy,
It'd be
It
Draymond,
says
Jimmy,
Kuminga.
Draymond,
so is
Kaminga,
Jimmy, Kaminga, Brandon Padinsky, 2026 for five first rounds draft picks. 2026,
Honestly,
28,
bro,
30, 31, and 32.
and
that's
then they would
actually
go
That's
not a
a,
out and
bad
they would go get
package.
Draymond. They would
it's
go out
not.
and get
It's not at
Draymond
all.
Green back at the offseason in free
That's
agency.
It's
actually a
not a
pretty
bad
good
package at
package.
all,
Yeah.
because that was the biggest thing Milwaukee said, is
It
that
would
one
be.
thing they want is picks. They want picks and they want
Yeah.
a young core. Now Jimmy not being young, but Jonathan Kaminga young, Brandon Padinsky young. So if they get that plus all these first round draft picks, I mean Milwaukee, if they
Honestly,
do this right. But
I'm not
first
convinced
things
on those
first,
draft
though.
picks though.
First things first, though. They got to get rid of Doc Rivers. They cannot do this offer and
Oh no,
have Doc
if
Rivers
they
as the
were to do
coach.
that, he's gone in the offseason. I
Yeah,
think Doc
he's got to
Rivers
be
is
gone.
gone regardless of what
Yeah,
happens.
it just makes no sense. Like if you can't have a Jonathan Kaminga who was with the coach of Steve Kerr and then send him over to Doc Rivers. Like that's just career suicide right there. It's just not gonna work.
Yeah, no.
I don't even think Jimmy Butler would stay with that. Jimmy Butler might just request a trade.
Well, I
Well, I
mean,
ain't gonna lie, Jimmy Butler with those young pieces that they got is good for veteran leadership. Like if I'm the
it is because
Bucks,
remember, he's not gonna come
that's
back at all next year.
he,
Yeah, he ain't
yeah.
coming
So
back
he's
next year.
just there for veteran leadership at that point.
Ah, you're right.
Collecting
I
a
did forget
check.
about the ACL tear. That's right. I forgot
I mean,
about that.
hey,
So
look, you get half a season of Draymond Green, another vet.
Wait, his contract's ending this year? Didn't he sign an extension?
No,
Didn't he sign
I
like a
thought
four
that,
year extension a couple years ago?
but I think he could opt out after this year. After the second year, I think it was an
Oh, he
opt
not
out
opting out. Ain't no way he opts out.
to go back
Uh,
to the Warriors to try to win.
Bro, he's gonna opt
with
out of
Giannis,
30 M's to go back to the Warriors?
The
Hell
fact
no.
if he's willing to accept to go if he's willing to accept to go to Milwaukee already, yeah, I'm
that's not
sure
So
he
you
bad though.
will.
think
I
he
mean,
would
you think
He
about it,
consider
don't
for
need the money, bro.
to
He
come
don't need
back
the
and get a
money.
championship.
30
Why
M's
not?
to go sign a minimum? Even LeBron didn't do that shit.
I
Bro,
don't even
these
think he'll
niggas want their
sign. I
money,
mean, they
bro.
wouldn't give him the minimum. I'm sure they could give him a little more than that, but it just wouldn't be 30 M's. Maybe like anywhere between 15 to 20. You know what I mean?
Nah, they wouldn't afford that. Now with that roster. Not with that roster.
All I'm
There's no
saying
way.
What
is
you mean?
Curry,
It'll just be
Giannis.
Steph. It'll just be Steph and Giannis chewing up the cap. Who else is chewing up cap at that point if they do make a trade like that?
I mean, it depends on who's on the roster, honestly.
No, but there's no one else.
Nobody,
Nobody
nobody else
else.
after that.
Oh,
There's
then if
nobody.
that's the case, then sure. If he could
Yeah, you
get
sign him.
15,
That's
20,
signing him
that's
to.
different.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you can get him in. I mean, anywhere between something not the vet minimum. I'm not fucking cheesing him out like that, but for him to do that to eventually go back after just spending half a season with a team where he's like, okay, I know you guys are still not going to compete. There's no way that even if they make that trade, the Warriors are going to go out and compete and win a championship this year. I'm sorry, there's still no
Oh
way.
no, no.
Oh no,
Yeah.
not this
The
year.
Yeah,
No,
not
Milwaukee
this
no,
year.
Bucks, the Milwaukee Bucks are not gonna fucking compete. So what is he gonna do? He's just gonna
no.
collect his 30 M's for the rest of the season. As soon as the offseason begins, he's gonna opt out, boom, and then they're gonna sign him for however much money they sign him for, and he's back on the team like nothing fucking happened. And he takes one for the team, and now he's running it back with Steph, and now Giannis being on the team and whoever
It's
else they end
something.
up picking up. That was just a hypothetical shit. I know that it wasn't real. It's fake. It's bullshit. It was just funny. See, like with that with that notion. Like, can you imagine if that were to happen though?
Honestly, I don't want to see Steph Curry and Giannis together. I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be really upset.
Did
But
you guys
hey,
remember them in the All Star game that one year when they
oh
were?
yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
do.
should be lit.
It would be lit. I would just be upset seeing it all the time. Like, damn, we could have had them. But
You
anyways,
Oh,
I
could
think we
yeah.
have.
talked enough basketball, man. We gotta move it on. We gotta move it on. We talked earlier though, Armani. You was talking about how you gotta watch more movies and shit. Well, I
Well,
did want to tell you a movie you should not watch is Anaconda, that new one.
oh
That
yeah.
shit was
Oh yeah, I heard that shit sucked.
trash.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
so trash. And it's honestly disappointing because Jack Black, I mean, not necessarily my favorite actor or comedian, I should say, but it's pretty disappointing considering it was a Jack Black, in the movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and Paul Rudd too. Paul Rudd's usually funny in movies. I just think that movie is just I don't know, man.
And if you don't know who Jack Black is, Armani, because I
I
know
know
you're a
who
little
Jack
bit
Black is.
young,
I know who Jack Black
he
is.
he was in Nacho Libre. You
I
know
know
that
him
School
from
movie?
of
Kung Fu
Rock.
Panda. That's
School
how
of
I
Rock,
know him.
Wa-
Kung Fu
Kung
Panda,
Fu Panda, and he said that's all he
Jumanji,
knows.
not the original Jumanji, of
I
course.
watched neither. So
Wow. See,
Jeez.
this is Black History Month, man. You got to get cultured and watch some of these movies, man.
that's not Black history at all.
I didn't say that was Black History, but you got to get cultured, bro. You got to watch some of these movies. It's crazy. What's wrong
Yeah,
with you?
bro, what? I ain't gonna lie, movies are overrated.
Oh, you're crazy, bro. Movies tell a story, my guy. What you mean?
He
Some
said
of them
movies tell a
movies, it's a
story.
lot of movies are cliche, bro. That's my problem
That's
with
the whole
movies.
point of a movie. A movie wasn't meant to be real. It's meant to be fake. It's meant to be cheesy, dramatic, funny, some scary shit. Like it's meant to just have you have that 2.5, maybe 3 hours, depending whatever fucking movie you're watching, to just sit down, relax, and let your imagination wander. I take it you didn't have much of imagination growing up, huh?
And I have a great imagination, but that's
Well,
through
then go watch
me.
some movies.
But the movies are overrated, bro. They all it's all movies are the same movies. They just have different characters. That to be honest, this is it'd be the same shit.
Yeah,
When
it
some would
seems
say
like
the
you
same thing
weren't
about
allowed to
sports.
watch movies without consent before when you were younger.
Yeah.
Nah,
So
I
that's
I mean,
why
some
like
would
I
say the
like
same thing
black
about
you
movies.
just
I ain't
sports.
gonna
was like,
lie.
fuck it, I just won't watch movies, and you
No,
just
like I
now
ain't gonna
hate it.
lie. I'm mostly like if I'm gonna watch a movie, it's gonna be like a black movie or like a comedy movie or
Oh, like a Tyler Perry
like
movie.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah, the old ones. Yeah, those are fire.
Oh my,
Yeah.
we're not doing that.
My
We're not
God.
revisiting that shit.
And
All
why does
right,
it gotta
that
be a
shit is
black
dead.
movie? Why does it gotta be a black movie?
What you mean?
Facts,
That's my
bro.
culture. I'm black. Of course, I'm gonna
That's
watch
not
black
your
movies.
culture, bro. We've been through this. Your
Even
culture is Dominican. We've
and
told you this already.
all right,
There they
whatever.
go.
Even if it is about your culture, you can't watch some other shit that is not about your culture.
I mean, I've watched other shit. I'm just saying I enjoy that most.
Man, what's the top, what movies that you've watched, Armani? Name one. One good
This
movie.
guy's like, oh, I love that movie,
Menace
Lottery
to
Ticket with Bow
Society,
Wow, because that shit was
All
fucking
About the
that took me
Menace.
to the
Benjamins.
hood.
How about a new movie, bro? What's the most recent movie you've seen?
Um,
Space Jam
Wow.
2.
no, I didn't watch Space Jam 2 or
OnlyFans?
he said OnlyFans. That's crazy work. Honestly, like you're saying in theaters?
Bro, any movie. It could be on your phone. It could be when you were sitting on the toilet, whichever.
Yeah, I don't watch movies. Last movie I watched was like the Mario movie when it came out type shit with my siblings. That's it. Like I
My
don't watch movies. Like it just
Oh man,
I can't sit. I
Blue, help
can't
me out,
sit for
bro.
See
two or
that
Help me
three
out.
hours,
the
and
Mario movie was lit, and I'm excited
It
to
was
see the
fire.
second one.
Facts.
I'm gonna watch the
Facts.
Avatar movie. I watched
That
Sinners.
Wait,
I'm
it already
tripping. I
came
what?
seen
out.
Sinners. I seen
You
Sinners.
want to watch the Avatar movie?
Yeah.
What? The Avatar.
Why not?
It already came
Honestly, the
out.
Avatar. No, I'm just saying the Avatar movie is alright. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wait,
it
which
ain't really
what are
like
you talking about now? Like, the first one was fire.
with the blue people, man. That
Yeah, yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. The
This
first
the
one was
third
fucking
one,
great.
right?
The third one is one with fire or something like
Yeah,
that. Way of
fire
fire or
Yeah.
some
fire
shit.
and ice. I don't know. That one already came out though.
This nigga said fire and ice.
KY jelly, fire and ice, baby. What you know about that?
Yeah.
Avatar is fire. I fuck with that series. I watch more movies than y'all think though. It's just I don't watch
Well,
it as
you're
much
so
as y'all.
so wait, let me get
Well,
this
not
straight.
yet. Now
Okay,
I
because
know
you
you watch more
mentioned that you
black
like anime.
movies.
You mentioned you like anime. So what makes you watch anime over a movie?
He
Because
likes
it's like
fantasizing about Asians.
it's a lot more to me, it's a lot more real most of the time. Like I feel like in
What?
Fuck, yo,
s-
what?
wait,
What?
let me finish. Let me
Let
finish.
him cook. Let him
I'm
cook.
Nothing
not
you
Let him
say
talking
is
cook.
gonna
about
make
the
sense.
I'm not talking about the ones like y'all are probably thinking of like a Pokemon or some shit like that.
I
I'm
was thinking
talking
about like a
about
One Piece or a Demon Slayer type
yeah,
shit.
not even those. Like I'm talking about like more adult themed ones. Like they have like a lot more like to me like they have more adult
Hi.
themes. They have more thought provoking shit that'll actually make you think about your like real life. Like that's what I like anime for, to be honest. When I watch certain
Okay, name
movies, I
one.
don't get that
You
feeling.
can't get
It's
that
just like
from within a movie.
hmm?
Oh well,
What? That's crazy.
it's because he doesn't see many movies,
Well, it
so he can't
depends.
feel
It
that.
depends. Like Avatar, I do get that feeling. Like there's a lot of real life themes in Avatar where it's like
There's so
I
many
fuck
real
with it.
life movies out there that do what you compare to. What do you mean? All those historical movies that have something that very similar to probably an anime. Name one anime that you say that gives you that real life.
Oh, you probably didn't see it, so it's not or you don't probably
Well,
know
name
it.
it.
Berserk?
Name it. Berserk. Okay,
Yes.
Berserk. And and what's in this anime that makes it so real life?
One, it's gory. Two, it talks about like the war and like the demonic ways of war and how leaders like they'll give away everything to essentially conquer the world and shit. And then it talks about certain like things like purpose, existentialism, like certain like thought provoking shit like that is what I like. And on top of that, I ain't gonna lie, I like dark shit. Like the shit where it's like it's not normal, it's a lot of gore, like you're gonna see a lot of heads get chopped off and stuff like
Man, you
that.
you could watch Game
I
of
like that.
Thrones.
I did watch Game of Thrones, see?
You watch Game of Thrones. You can watch The Last Kingdom. There's a lot of shows
Man,
out there,
fuck
That's
that
what I'm
movies
shit, bro.
saying.
wise.
Man, you can go ahead and pop in that Free Willy movie on and watch me go nuts. That was my shit. Free Willy.
Free Willy is crazy. Why would why?
That's
I
the
don't know,
I have
whale,
man.
so
I
many
right?
questions.
yep, that the killer whale. Get it straight. Um,
The orca.
the orca. There you go. I don't know,
Oh my
man.
god.
I don't know. Free Willy just always was a movie that, um, honestly, I don't know how I started watching it. I just know I watched it once, fell in love with it, fell in love with the idea of you being cool as fuck with a big ass fucking mammal in the water that just could fucking shred you to pieces. And it's
Free
like,
Willy.
and he was sweet. So I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, I knew that dolphins were like that. I heard that dolphins are very playful and sweet animals. So I'm like, oh shit, you can get that from this fucking massive whale.
I ain't gonna lie,
So
And
you
dolphins are
what you
menaces,
telling me
by the
is
way,
and
bro.
that was the and because of that movie, Michael
you
Jackson's
went and got a
"Will You
whale?
Be There" was
He
the
got a
main
goldfish.
song. Yeah, I definitely did. I got like a whole set of like ocean animals after that.
Oh my
And yeah, in the
god.
tub as like a little jit, I used to fucking pretend I'm,
He got
um,
a sea cucumber.
I knew you were gonna fucking say that, bro. I knew you were gonna mention some fucking stupid shit along those lines. I just knew it. You're
All right,
fucking
continue.
dumb. But yes, no, that movie's also the reason why my love for the great late pop legend Michael Jackson came to life because his song "Will You Be There" was like the main song of that movie. So,
So you like
uh,
Moby Dick too?
no,
Have you watched it?
nope,
Oh,
Every single
I
time
thought it was only a
they
book.
try to put it on in school, I kind of just this isn't Free Willy. Fuck off.
Oh, he doesn't know about what they do back in school when they put movies on. I don't think they did that in his time. They
Oh
just gave
yeah,
him
they
a
no,
tablet
did.
or some shit.
nah.
Yes, they did.
Nah, you
They were
didn't get the
streaming it from
you
their
didn't get the good
iPads.
old fashioned roll the TV, the big
Yes,
back
I
TV
did.
on the Damn, that's crazy.
How
What
old do
school
y'all
you
think
went
I
to?
am?
They had
12,
you in the
12.
trenches
No, bro. When I was younger, like elementary school, yeah, we had that.
like yesterday.
Ugh, okay, all right, y'all got it. Y'all got
Go see
it.
And
cucumbers.
Yeah, shout out
speaking
to
of
the sea
movies,
cucumbers, man.
we did have a recent passing, Catherine O'Hara. If you guys don't know the name,
Oh
she
yeah,
was recently
R.I.P.
the mom for Home Alone for obviously Kevin. She's real famous on that. Had the commercial with Kevin Hart with the chase. So definitely, I don't know if y'all remember, but that was a big movie. My grandfather personally, he loves watching those Home Alone movies. Like that's the first time I've ever seen a 95-year-old man giggle. That is just it's crazy. So yeah, man, it's R.I.P. to Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah, man.
Outside of that, yo, real quick, I heard from the grapevine that that boy, Bad Bunny, what do you call him, Lou? What is he called?
Huh?
What's his nickname? Bad Bunny's nickname.
Benito.
Yeah, man, your boy. I heard three awards, bro.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah,
the
man.
family's proud, bro. The family, the island, everyone, all the Latinos are proud. I believe it was three awards. The most important one was the album of the year. Went up against some crazy competition there when it comes to that award, and then it was awesome, bro. Put the Latino community on the map, put Puerto Rico on the map more than he had. I mean, not that he needs to do more, right? He's already done it enough, I think.
Facts. But it
So
was nice
it
to see
was
him get
dope,
three
yeah.
awards.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Album of the
Walked out with
year.
three. Let me. I'm actually pulling up the list of the albums that he went up against, and it seems like it was. Let me see. The eight nominees. No, this isn't right. All right, they're just showing me every. Oh, here we go. Viewing the list now, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with us, as we don't have a fact checker just quite yet. That's
The young
coming hopefully soon. All right, so he
how
actually was up against. He was up against for album of the year against Justin Bieber, Swag, Sabrina Carpenter's "Man's Best Friend." Oh wow, he actually I forgot about this one. He went up against the Clips album, the one that they did with Malice. Let God sort him out. That was a
I
great
don't
fucking
know who
album.
that is.
You don't listen to the Clips, Pusha T, Malice.
Nah,
Oh man, hey listeners, get them. Uh,
the Clips. Sounds like some old band.
do you
I
not
I
remember
ain't gonna
the
lie,
song
that's what I thought of.
"Grinding"? The song
This
"Grinding"?
mess. Nah.
Grinding, grinding. No one ain't
Oh,
aligning.
I ain't gonna
Do you
oh,
lie,
okay. I
know
know
who
bro.
what
I
that
Pusha
thought they
song.
was
T
gonna be
is?
like, I thought they was gonna be like the Temptations type shit. That's what I thought
Yeah,
of.
facts.
Y'all
When he
so
said the
ignorant,
Clips,
man.
I'm
Y'all
like, yo,
so ignorant.
what
That's crazy.
1980s band is this, bro? Freaking
That's
what are the
crazy.
Clips? Why are they called the Clips of all? You know
I
what?
don't
Never
know.
mind.
Ask them. But Pusha
Cause they
I'll
T's
make
put
sure
that
I
clip
ask.
to your
Pusha T's
temple.
one of the best lyricists out still. Like either way, Lady Gaga, Kendrick Lamar's GNX, Leon Thomas's Mutt, and Tyler the Creator's Shramacopia. So he won that award, album of the year. So that was dope, man. And also it was pretty dope that you know in his first award after he won, he called out the whole ICE situation and everything, kind of just nothing too crazy. It's just the same shit that everyone who's anti-ice pretty much says on the day by day. He just used his platform for that. So it was pretty dope, man. I mean, seems like every winner that won an award uh kind of went in and kind of touched on the situation that's going on in the world when it comes to the ice situation. So
Hey, shout out to the Latin community right there, man. It's nice to definitely see Bad Bunny get these awards, man. Because I think we touched about it not too long ago, but as far as like stars that are out there, as far as music artists out there, like Bad Bunny is definitely on a worldwide level. I can probably say so. A lot of people know his music, whether you speak Spanish or don't speak Spanish. So hey,
And guess
kudos to
what?
him.
Y'all motherfuckers got a few days to learn some because Super Bowl is Sunday. He's performing Super Bowl halftime show. Bad Bunny, Puerto Rico, Latinos. We fucking it's gonna be lit. So
Let's go ahead and make the halftime show great again.
yeah, for real, bro. Uh, yeah, man. I mean that's pretty much everything,
Yo.
right?
That's about it, man. That's about it.
That's about it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure Sunday tune in. Super Bowl Seahawks versus Patriots. We spoke about it last episode. We all have
Patty
picks.
cakes.
Go pass, baby.
So we'll definitely be discussing that on episode 10. Next week is
And stay
episode
tuned.
10. So
Yes,
that's
Stay
gonna be
sir.
tuned. Stay
excited.
tuned.
We
Trade deadline 3 days. Make sure
trade
y'all stay
deadline
tuned to
in
the
three
social media.
days.
We will
Oh
be
man,
posting.
episode
Definitely make sure y'all stay tuned on that.
episode 10 is gonna be
And
fucking wild, huh?
Make sure y'all
oh
tune
yeah,
in
and if
to
I
watch the Super Bowl and see my glorious King Drake May.
and while you tuned into the Super Bowl and you tuned into the podcast and you tuned into our social media, make sure you put your order in for Dubby and enter in your promo code LACPOD10 for what is it, Lou? 10% on what?
On your first order, on
Not
only
the
your
second,
I
not
first
the
order,
third.
10% off. Maybe that'll be 10% off. Bumbleclot. No, I tried.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ,
With
what
You
Irie.
really good, bro. Yo.
With that being said, yo.
Yeah, family, we love you guys. Episode 9 in the books. Like, share, comment, repost, all that good shit. As you know, see you guys same time, same place next week. Love you guys. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.